Hello everybody and welcome to PropDog Live. So apologies for the beginning bit there. We had a last minute internet problem. It dropped out just as the intro started, but we're all here.
We're back here. Jason is back and...
Jason is back. Jason, what the hell's going on?
It's Friday.
Well, what you playing at, mate?
It's Friday Live, Dave.
And?
What do we do now? This is how I roll.
Jason, you're not home now, mate. Go get changed.
Okay, first, can we find out who won?
Oh yeah, who's first? Was it Finley or Robert Van Buren?
It's going to be Robert. It's going to be Robert.
It was Finley! Well done, Finley! There you go. Yeah. Good point. Actually, you won that one, didn't you? There we go.
That's for you as well.
Yeah, keep mine. No, get
I'd like to raise a toast.
Jason,
sorry.
Close.
Sorry.
Jason, close. Take your toast with you. Take your coffee with you.
Have a toast.
Come on. You're not home now,
Sorry,
Jason.
Sorry.
I told you that. I did say that sunbed was a waste of money, didn't I?
Yeah, no, tell me about it, yeah. Put the wrong lamp in. Put the white lamp in, not a UV. But, I mean, that's what happens when Jason's at home for 3 months, you know, on lockdown. He just gets used to being around, so... oh, right, okay, I can go away somewhere. Right, okay, sorry you had to see that, guys. I'm so sorry you had to see that. It wasn't good, but Jason, we'll get some clothes on shortly and be back to normal. There we go. Right, okay, what's going on? Who's with us so far? So we've got... oh, hello, Bobo. Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, well done, Finley. Yeah, we were having a little discussion. Who will be first? And Robert, you were. Jason, I said put some clothes on, mate.
These are clothes. I'm wearing clothes.
They do not want to see that. They are now wearing sunglasses or going, I'm blinded.
You know, it matches. It matches.
Jason.
Yeah, it's all...
Jason, clothes. No.
These clothes.
Clothes.
Gotcha, yep. Sorry.
Clothes. Right. What's he like, Bobo? Anyone would have thought he's sitting at home, lying around, doing reviews.
I think he's a father. He's a responsible adult. That is unbelievable. Sometimes.
Right, okay. We've got a lot to talk about today, a hell of a lot. Yeah, loads of stuff coming in, loads of stuff going on. So let's get on with see who's around. So Otto's there.
Okay.
Otto says hello, guys. View red trousers. Now. And shoes. Don't forget your shoes.
Don't want to see your carpet burns.
Yeah. Otto says, hey guys, phew, ended my lecture 15 minutes early in order to make the stream on time. Hey. None of the 90 students objected. I
bet on a Friday they're all gay. That was the worst. You've got the worst lecture slot ever, isn't it? Friday afternoon.
Yeah, but yeah, good effort doing a lecture. Did you tell everyone to join the PropDog Live after the lecture? Hopefully so. George Grayson's there. He says hello. John Middleton, Michael Cooley, Matthew Colley, Liam, Frank Valenti, Andy. Everyone's here. Michael Bremer. Afternoon, everybody. Robert Van Buren. Hello. Sorry, Robert. Just crashing too late. Little Finley, young whippersnapper. Just beat you to it, mate. George says hello. He's crying at Jason. Hello again, it's Andrew Vaughan. Dean Thurman. Brett Davies says, hey guys, sorry for the delay on my review. My little boy has been ill. Sorry to hear that, Brett. I hope he gets well better. Is that because of Jason? Was he all right a minute ago and saw Jason now he's ill? Yeah. If he's throwing up, you don't worry. He's not the only one throwing up at the very moment. Quite a few people probably will be. Sorry, Jason.
Is Hannah going to watch this back? We have to.
Probably.
David Harris says afternoon all. Peter Burkett, afternoon guys, and Bobo. Kevin says hello, Alex.
Hello, Kevin.
Otto says ha 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 ha. We're all saying ah. Eddie Grant says afternoon lads. Hey, more like it. Welcome back, Jason. Nice to see you in clothes.
I've got dressed, but I've taken my pants off.
So do you feel all that encumbered now? Do you feel like you're all being, wrapped in stuff you don't want to be? You want to rip it all off and just be naked again?
You like the airflow?
No, I think enough is enough, honestly, but it's nice to be back. Hello, hi.
Who was it we emailed in? Brian, wasn't it? Yeah, Brian
Robson,
said one of the comments earlier
that was
on.
just for you, Brian, because you asked
Brian,
specifically for me not to be.
Are we clear that topic and that's gone now?
Can we finish that now? Because it'll be me in the bath next week otherwise.
Toilet.
Oh.
Yeah. Josh says, thanks for the pickup service. You're most welcome, Josh. Good to see you yesterday and your mum. George says, oh my God, ha 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 ha. Adam Bowness, hello guys. Hello, mate. Jason says Michael Brimmer. That's genius, says Edging Tritton. Well, it's good to have you back, isn't it? So, Kevin Crooms, where is your masks? We are wearing invisible masks today. So, yeah, no, there's no way we can do this being this far apart. And, yeah, it's a case of we just can't do the lives doing it, so we're kind of taking the risk.
I think we spend more time together than I do with my family. So
but we don't mix with anyone else. I don't mix with anyone else. Alex doesn't mix with no one does. So
we've got no friends.
This is us. This is we're a bubble, aren't we? Aren't we officially one of the bubbles? We could be a bubble. Yeah. We're a support bubble.
You're my bubble, Alex.
Charlie says, "Oh my God, that's hilarious." Jason, you utter legend, says Michael Brimmer. Burning eyes, says Chris Calendars.
My concern is next year's Blackpool.
Pirates Day, says Charlie Robson. Absolutely.
You only had to do that for the start of the show. All day you've been. He's a method actor.
That's
what it is.
Neale left especially early today.
Yeah, poor people on the bus this morning with Jason coming in like that.
Yeah, sorry.
What are you guys going to do to convince me to buy today, says George Grayson.
Was that not enough, George?
We've got loads.
Sun cream. Jason doesn't come in the bus, by the way. He does come in the car, so you are pretty much isolated, aren't you?
I come in the car every day.
Tom Cocker says, "Hi guys, hope you're doing well." Brian Robson, hello people. Alex Adams says, "Hi guys, love the artwork." Thank you. I forgot to mention, so we had some brand new artwork. Thanks to Rob Bradbury. Yes, for the beginning. If you didn't see it, do go back later and check the early artwork. So
thanks, Rob.
Yeah, Rob's been brilliant. He just keeps sending us this artwork on a regular basis, and it's really making cheering up our days and making the lives a little bit better.
It's amazing.
A little bit more interesting, yes. Eddie Grant says, "Afternoon, lads," and to you, Eddie, Andy Tingley. I'm so blind.
You and me both.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Dave, Alex, and welcome back, Jason, says Walter. Sandy,
Walter.
afternoon, folks. Michael Cooley, any new kids magic?
I don't think there is today.
Not really.
We're doing kids magic today. I think that's probably appropriate due to the start we've just had.
Michael's gone already. I heard a door slam. Okay. Jordan says, "Just bought Shine. Any good ideas?"
The light bulb. That's great.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
All kinds of weird, wonderful things you can do with
I'll
that.
tell you what. I read. I was going to buy Shine because I read in a book. I told you about it, didn't I? I think it might be an old Ken DeCourcy book. That he did Cards Across, and he had a light bulb similar on a rope connecting two people. And obviously, when the cards went across, it was like pretend electric wires. The light would light up as each card went across.
That's good.
Nice, yeah.
So there you go.
Nice.
That's an idea.
Jonas says, "Good day all. Otter, they don't see that. Speak for yourself, Dave. Or they don't want to see that. Speak for yourself, Dave." Point blank is perfect, says George Grayson. Oh, glad you liked it, George. As I said, it's one of those things we have for a while. I don't even know the routine. So, if you like it, maybe you can just put a little comment a little review or something.
We've had a good few number of reviews actually. Some people have been writing in and putting some reviews on the products, and that's really good.
It really helps.
The more the merrier, because it really helps everybody else and helps us as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you're looking at a trick and you have no idea if it's any good or not, and like 6 people have left a 1-star review, forget it, don't buy it. Yeah, and we'd rather have that than have really good reviews all round, because as well as knowing something's good, you've got to know something's bad. So quite a few people have accused us of basically deleting 1 or 2-star reviews because it's hardly on the website, but we don't do that. We will put any review up on there. The only reason there's probably not so many 1 or 2s is because we either recommend people don't buy it or we don't stock it in, but there's still some that get past, especially some of the Sans Minds ones.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be War and Peace either, just something to help someone,
2 sentences is fine.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Talk the reviews.
Or just put in good, whatever, 1 star, just out on its own. Yeah.
We're going to talk about a lovely review we got from James later, aren't we, about the
mask. Might as well talk to now. Yeah, actually, so lovely email from James Cowan.
You don't get these segues when I'm not here, do you?
No.
So, there you are. So these are the PropDog masks, and James sent us a lovely email saying they are great, and I wanted to share a quick true story of what happened. My wife has now said that my lovely PropDog face mask is now hers. However, I nearly had to ban my wife from wearing it as she's sorry, I have my glasses on, as it seems these masks can cause unwanted attention, brackets, in my own husband opinion. She told me that she was walking down the street with said mask on when a male on a bike came screeching to a halt. He jumped off and said, "Wow, where did you get that mask from?" It was at that point in a story I took the mask back from him and said, "You are never to wear it again. It's attracting attention of the hot-blooded males to you." She told me it was okay, and she told him, "I don't know, it's my husband's and he's a magician." The statement in my eyes made the liaison acceptable for me, and she finally acknowledged I'm a magician. All thanks to PropDog face mask. So there we go. If you want to be recognised as a magician, that's what you need. If you want to stop hot-blooded males on bikes, that's what you need.
I mean, what James left out of that review was, in fact, his wife was doing her Lady Godiva impression, and that was all she was wearing. Maybe that was why he screeched to a halt.
She's been watching your video, Jason.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe she watched the review last week.
Yeah, it is a face mask. You've got to remember that. Yeah.
All right, okay. Finley says yes. Come on, Finley.
3-2.
X-rated PropDog DVD, says Kevin. John Middleton, lots of puke emojis.
Yeah, sorry, John.
Kenny Cadabra, yippee, it's PropDog Friday again. Woo! FKN, love it, says Michael Brimmer. Glad you're back, Jason, says Adam. We're glad to have him back as well. We missed him.
It's nice to be back.
I'm guessing he missed the start, did he? If he's pretty Jason Smith.
Hi, glad to see you all back, and tell Jason that the cruelty man is about. The cruelty man is about?
Cruelty?
Does that make sense to you?
Who's that from?
Not sure. John
John
Gorman.
Gorman.
Elaborate, John.
Yeah, elaborate.
'Cause I'm lost.
Yeah, Jason. So George Grayson says, "I hope Jason doesn't do that on his own kids' shows." Yeah, we do too.
No, no, only on Zoom.
Good to see you all, says Freddie GV Magic. My eyes, he says. Hey there, hello Ariel. He says, hello guys. Or he says, hello there. All right, guys, says Sean Mann. Alex Adams says, any giveaways today or more items that you need reviewing? Yeah, we'll look into that later on. I haven't thought about that too much at the moment. We are going to do a little giveaway of something a little later on. We can surely dig out something else. Just remind us before the end, guys, if we forget. Hey, up there, long time no see, says Amber Williams. And to you, Amber, we've not really seen you for a long time. Ben Allen says, afternoon. Ivan says, what can you tell us about Fragmented, please? Right, so Fragment. Fragment, yeah. Fragment, we did not a review last week. We just said last week we're not going to be stocking it. The trailer is great, but it's difficult. We're not saying it's shit. We're saying what you get for your money is disgusting. It's a lot of money to pay for what you get, and we think we're going to get an enormous amount of people complain, possibly send it back for refunds, moan about it, and basically buyer's remorse. And we don't want any of you guys to suffer buyer's remorse. That's something that you're going to get it, go home and go, do you know what? I'm so unhappy I've got this, and PropDog said it was good, or PropDog is selling it, and yeah, so for that reason we don't want to sell it. We're not saying you can't do what you do on the trailer. You could do it on a camera,
but can I just say that is, but that is where the effect stops.
Yes, that is where it stops. Yeah.
Starts and stops.
So where you see them in the trailer, that is the start and stop of the effect, pretty much.
It's not misleading like a Sans Minds one.
No, you can do, if you want to do what they do, you can, but it's not worth it, I don't think.
What would you say, Alice?
I would say if you want a couple of seconds on your TikTok video, it's fine.
Yeah. And bearing in mind, each gimmick is apparently 156 processes to make. Remember that when you open it. 156 processes to make that gimmick. But yeah, there is also another little bit of a... political scandal possibly in the air with it. I mean,
shall I explain?
You can explain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I saw this on pre-sale, something was nagging me in the back of my mind, and it took me a few days to work out what it was. And have we got the video?
Yeah, got the video,
okay, we'll do the video in a sec. Yeah. But I used to work with Christian Grace at Hamleys for Marvin's when he worked with me at Marvin's, and it was before he brought out Level 1. Or the gimmick that you guys know is Level 1 today. It was in prototype form, but way before that. And and that was it. Suddenly it just came to me, and he showed me his version of basically Level 1 in reverse, which is sort of what I coined Fragment to be.
Yeah.
And I thought about it, and I thought, where did I see that video? And I found it on his Instagram page. So
you want to play?
Let's have a look and see what you think.
This is Vortex by Christian Grace. So
okay.
Yeah, that was Chris. Well, I'm going to play it one more time. Okay, so now you know what you're looking for. Just going to watch it one more time, very quickly. There.
Now, bear in mind, Christian isn't selling that effect. He's shown it to a few, close friends of his, and they've done it on their Instagrams too. But he's such a nice guy. He said that for anybody that's bought level 1 and if you want to buy it in the future, that's fine. But if you join the level 1 Facebook group, he's going to put a video up on the Facebook group showing you guys exactly how to perform that. And the advantage of Christian's one is it's a real deck of cards. It's a borrowed deck of cards. It's a full deck of cards.
It's ungimmicked.
It's ungimmicked.
Other than ungimmicked is the word, because we can't say what happens with what you're going to get with Fragment, but it's if anything better.
That's great.
I don't know if it was one Christian was performing or one of his friends, but they actually turn the deck over as well, don't they? And show both sides of the deck at some point, just to prove that it is a normal regular deck.
So if Christian wants to divulge it, then that's up to him. I'm purely saying this from the point of view that I remember it sitting in the green room at Hamley's and him showing me level 1 and then doing it backwards, and I was like, that is brilliant, and that's what pinged in my mind when
I think if I was going to do a 10-second TikTok video, I'd rather do Vortex, because then you can throw the cards over and you can spread them out and you can turn them over and you can show that it's a real deck.
Vortex, you start clean and then clean. Oh no, sorry, you start dirty. You can start clean or get into it easier. With Fragment, I think you're starting dirty and finishing dirty,
which is pretty poor.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. It's our opinion, guys. Don't, take it with a pinch of salt. If you like it, buy it.
If it was 10 or 15 quid, I'd say, go for it. You are probably able to do what you say.
Don't buy it. There'll be loads on every second-hand Magic page.
Or go on, get level 1 and go on Christian's page.
First person to spot it, I reckon, going to spot it on Monday or Tuesday on the second-hand page.
Probably, when's it? Monday?
Monday.
Yeah, I'll probably be... Well,
I'll be surprised if there isn't one up on
most of them
Tuesday.
won't get it on Monday. They won't get it till Tuesday or Wednesday. So, within a week.
So you're going to say... You'll
anyway, we're going on. So, let's get on. A lot to get through today. So, right, okay. Where were we? Ben Allen says hello. Or afternoon. What can you tell? Oh, we've done that one at Ivan. So, Ivan, that was our second talk about Fragment. I think we're being slated a little bit on the Magic Cafe about it from a few people, but there we go. Kevin says, hello, Chris Benkin.
Chris Benkin.
Hi, Chris.
Yeah, hello. Freddie says, thanks for your small JOL wallet, mnemonic, rubber cement, and the hole punch. I can't wait to learn mnemonic and use wallet in my shows. You're most welcome, Freddie, and thank you for being a customer of ours. Mickael says, hello, now I'm blind. Finley, saw the post on earlier. You all placed bets. Who did you put them on?
Well, I lost, Finley.
Yes. Jason lost. Yeah. Brett Davies says, yes, Jason made my son very ill.
Sorry, Rat.
Hi all, thanks for Anyweb. Love it, says Sam Lovering, and you're most welcome. And Freddie says, also chuffed as I got a copy of Only Ideas by Rory Adams on eBay, and it's such a fantastic book. Shame it was discontinued. Yeah, it is a shame. Yeah, lots of good ideas, isn't it?
Well done.
Wasn't one of the things, one of the ideas in his book was to keep selling it? You're saying if you've bought it, then once you've read it, sell it on so that more people can. That was one of the concepts in the book. So.
It'll be around forever.
There's only ideas.
Yeah. Well done, Jason, says Peter Burkett. Eddie Grant, is Matrix art as good as it looks? Well, we might as well use this as a segment. Yeah.
It really is.
So I think I mentioned last week, somebody came into the shop just after the session convention and was showing it to us there. They'd bought one of the prototypes of it. I don't think Mickael was ever going to be selling it at this point. I don't know if he was or not, but he bought it for a hell of a lot more than they're selling it for now, a good couple of £100 or more. And yeah, he was so chuffed to have this one masterpiece work of art in his little box. But later on, 6-7 months later, they've well, even that 5 months later, they've decided to properly release it. And yeah, it's a work of art. It really is. I mean, as well as doing what it does, just as a thing to have as a talking piece is insanely amazing. So yeah, do you want to talk about it or show anything about it, Jason?
Yeah, we'll show it. Just again, like everything, bear in mind. I came back Wednesday, so not spent long with this. But
well, you had about 5 minutes today. What more do you need? Yeah,
10.
Problem was you were giggling so much when you saw it. It took you quite a long time to calm down enough to learn it.
Now, as a kid's entertainer, this should not appeal to me in the slightest. But this,
and you don't do any card stuff.
Nothing whatsoever. The closest I can do is probably a double lift and maybe a card
zoom
control.
in on this on the Zoom cam?
Yeah, you can. Now,
before you get into it, he does actually teach. Doesn't he teach it with a chosen card?
Yeah.
Well, so you start off with a deck of cards. You kind of choose one. You do it with their card, and then you.
He's talking about. So he talks about his favourite card. There are a couple of routines. I've not watched them all. I've watched how the gimmick works and everything like that. But the first routine I saw is he talks about his favourite card, and because it's his favourite card, he's punched some holes in the corner, and then he brings this in. But yeah, it's great. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Right. So check this out. I'll talk about it afterwards. So 4 holes. There's no black art or anything like that.
I think we should. To be honest, it's difficult to see the holes on here.
Shall I do it in front of my shirt like that?
No. What I was going to say. Let's get the mobile cam up. And let's do it on the mobile cam because it's one of those things. We've got to zoom out quite a bit more than normal because of the extra distance. So let's go really close with the mobile cam and. Yeah, that way you guys can get a much better idea of what's going on. So there we are.
I've probably got the best view anyway.
Go to
Alex probably has got the best view, yeah.
Right. Oh, iPhone isn't set up. Oh, it is. There it is. All right, perfect. All right. So, right, you ready, Jace?
Yeah. Ready?
About that. Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, check this out. So 4 holes, no black art. You can see in front and behind. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this hole and position it here.
Ooh,
I'm going to take this hole. Watch. Pull it across. This last hole is the toughest one because all you do is throw.
Nice.
And watch, at the beginning we had 4 holes.
There you go.
So
That
good.
is. I tell you what, that looked amazing. That really did look amazing on camera there.
And that's, that in essence is Michael's routine.
And there's more to it than that, isn't there? More moves.
Yeah,
to do.
there's loads. Yeah, he does that maybe 2 or 3 times, and they're jumping all over the place. But the way that is made, talking about value for money.
Yeah.
The work that's gone into that.
We're that close away, and it's.
Do you reckon 156 processes have gone on there?
I think probably.
Right. If Fragment is 156 processes,
if Fragment is
that
hard
is
work.
about 156,000 processes.
Makes me feel sick
Yeah.
thinking about how long that's taken to make.
Designing it would have come up. I mean, let's face it. Fragment design couldn't have taken too long. Whereas I think actually working out how that works would have been a.
Well, as I was saying, the guy that came into the shop and showed us in the shop said that he pretty much talked Michael into selling the version he had there, and then when he sold it, Michael realised afterwards apparently that he'd just given away his only version that it had. I think he made 3 versions and he'd sold them during the convention. And didn't have anything else to work on, so we had to kind of put everything back together from scratch again. But obviously, knew what he's doing.
It's one of those gimmicks you can see why no one else has ever done it before. Because actually, the idea to go right, I'll make that.
Yeah.
It's one of those gimmicks that I would take that home and I'd show Hannah, and I think she'd be more impressed with the other, with the workings of it. I think I'd show her and she'd go, "That's cool," and I go, "No, it isn't. That's not cool. This is amazing. Like this bit, how it all works. It's just, it's not cheap. It's not cheap, but it's worthy of that price.
And it's not thrown together as well. It's really well made. You might think, oh, it's not going to last 2 minutes, but it is. Yeah, it is well made. That's going to last.
There's no reason why it wouldn't. And if you sit on it in your
Yeah.
pocket and crush it to bits,
Yeah,
then
be careful with the pocket.
yeah, I'll be careful with that. But other than that, the operation of it's never going to break it.
Colour-wise, I reckon blue is more deceptive. If I was going to do it live,
Any whole gimmick is better with a blue card.
If I was going to do it live, I'd do it blue. Social media, I might well do it with
That
red.
didn't look
You can see a
bad.
thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well,
no. If you're on screen, I reckon red's probably better because of how it will show up with the holes. Whereas live, blue would be a better disguise in a natural environment.
Michael's also got a version of this, which I think is my favourite version. The only reason I didn't do it is because I hadn't practiced it. Is he takes like a hole punching device and starts off with the corners.
We sell those hole punches as well.
Not wholly, and then he punches the 4 corners and then goes into it and then removes the 4 corners.
It's certainly not. I don't think. I'm not saying you couldn't get away with it live. I'm just saying for my comfort level.
That is about the distance that I can hold it there and not see. If you hold that there, Alex,
and you know
from
what you're
there,
looking for.
I can't see it. So when I come close to here, now I can see it. If I know what I'm looking for, I come back to here and I can't see it.
So if you've got a table at a wedding, you'd be all right, wouldn't you?
I don't think.
Absolutely.
I don't think laymen are seeing that in a million years because we know we know how it works.
And actually, they're following one hole to another.
The way they jump from the 4 in the corner to the 4, like I was like, how? Like, I knew roughly how it worked, but
I think we're all amazed by the effect and we're all amazed by the method.
the working. Yeah, it's so good.
We didn't put it up.
We haven't put it up. We need to
haven't
talk
put it
about
up.
this.
Yeah.
Should we
Well,
talk about
somebody's going to have to go. We'll do it in a minute.
Very quickly, guys, I'm going to talk. We're just going to introduce you to something we've been thinking about for a while. It's Alex's great idea, and we're going to go across to the Zoom cam and zoom across up to here. There we are. Now, we're not sure where we're going to be putting this. Oh, we'll have to close it down, Bobo. We will probably end up having this at the front here in more view and printed out. This is just a little bit of an introduction to it. But basically, it's the PropDog's bollocks. And,
is that what it says?
Yeah. We're going to call it, prop dogs, hot dogs, or something like that. But
I meant that bottom word to say bottles. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
And very much similar to kind of the Top Gear board up there.
Star in a reasonably priced car.
Yeah, we thought we'd have this, and this is going to be our board of not all-time best, because that will probably never change, but the latest effects out there. So as something new comes in, we'll find somewhere to put it on the board. If it's going to be better, good or better. If it's worse, so the bottom at the moment of our top 10 is Amaze Ones. Not to say Amaze Ones is bad, because at the bottom, but that's the top 10. There's probably 50 new releases out.
If you've made it onto the board, it's worth a buy.
So, exactly.
There's a lot.
So if something new comes in, we can then go on here and say, right, should we take it in or take it out, and go from there. So, well, I think Matrix art should definitely go on there.
100%.
And I think
well, Amaze Ones has to drop off. I think that's how it needs to work.
The bottom one on it. Right? So
we don't need another thing. We're wiping this off.
Yeah, wiping off.
Oh, all right.
That's why I did it in dry marker.
Come on, Alex.
Yeah, but Jason was doing it in permanent.
There you go. So if you want to write Matrix art on there, and where would we put Matrix art on our board? I mean, me personally, I would put it around number
Isn't
four
CubeTube
or
too high?
five.
What's CubeTube? CubeTube shouldn't be. Sorry, John. It's great if you've got, if you've.
That was Jason's opinion. We haven't discussed this properly yet. This only went up 10 minutes before the live.
See, if you've got Venom Cube and everything else, but for it's.
There you go.
All right. Well,
it improves an already very good effect CubeTube, doesn't it? And it does that really well. But I can't see it as number 2.
All right. Okay. Well,
I would probably agree with that.
Right. So, all right. Let's put CubeTube down. Where do you think CubeTube should be then?
5.
Okay. So.
Do you agree with that?
If that goes to number 5, let's put Silent Treatment down there. And where would you say Matrix art?
It's not better than Darkest Corners. It's got to be 6.
6 then.
6. All right. Well, I would say, personally, I think Matrix art has got to go to number 2.
Got to be number 2, at least. Oh,
yeah. As it's new.
I would go number 2. Machinations is a great book, but if you're not a book reader,
no, I agree.
Yeah, I think we should do another one of these, and I think we should have one for books and one for tricks, because there are some great books out.
Yeah, but you see, Machinations, which is just here, by the way,
is a trick, isn't it?
Is a trick within a book.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair one. But no, if we had 2 boards, one for books and one for the best tricks.
I don't know. I like the fact it's moving. I like the fact we've got 10 good products, and we have to argue whether they stay on.
I think we should just have one, but it should still be books.
No,
it should just be.
Get out.
One books, one tricks. Because we've got a lot of good books. Like, okay, we've got scripting magic, interpreting magic, we've got approaching magic, darkest corners, we've got machinations, we've got the solution, and possibilities. Yep. All these are great, and I'd like to know which ones are.
Okay, well, we'll think.
And the ones on there are the best ones.
We'll see. People can say whether they want it all mixed up. Yeah.
He's been here a week. He's been here a week officially, and he's banging on about his own book chart.
Well, I'm just saying the top 10 list should just.
Well, can we also have a top 10 list for your favourite naked albinos? There'd only be one.
I'm trying.
Right, well, let's get on very quickly. In fact, while we're talking books and stuff, do you want to mention these? So just in, they're not necessarily new, are they? But we've stopped that for quite a while. Ensuing Possibilities by Jim Steinmeyer.
Oh crikey!
And then we've also got Unexpected Impossibilities. We've got Treacherous Impossibilities, Devilish Impossibilities, Further Impossibilities, and
the first one,
Impossibilities. And what would you? I mean, you're the book guy. You've looked at these. I mean, I've looked at any of them.
They're intriguing, self-working tricks, not just card tricks, tricks with objects and stuff like that. And Jim Steinmeyer is legend. Mm-hmm. A legend. So he's written lots of stuff. So Dining Out, which is the mentalism trick that is selling much faster than I'd anticipated.
Yeah.
It's one of his. It's in one of his books. So he knows a lot of stuff.
On the board.
So basically, he sort of just. I mean, over his years, gosh, God, I don't know how old he is now, but he's been going a long time. And over that time, he's come across loads of, sort of self-working, some a bit puzzly, given them some presentations, put them in the books, and they've been selling out, and so they've reprinted them. Okay. So highly recommended. They're quite slim, but.
Do you get a lot in each book?
Oh yeah, you get more than.
How much are they? Do you know?
That's roughly. I don't know.
We haven't got a price list today.
But there's more. It's not just one effect in the book.
No.
Right, gotcha.
No, it's a collection of books. And
gotcha.
Well, worth checking out.
There we go. Right, okay. Andy Tingley says, PropDog for magicians and naturists. Yay. David Harris, order some sponge banana from Neale. They are amazing. Yeah, these are custom made. So if you don't know, Neale, who packs up all your orders, she is a whiz with a pair of scissors and a sponge. She did study art at university, so she is very, very talented and makes the most incredible sponge stuff. And there are plenty of sponge bananas on the stock, but nothing compared to what Neale will look like. You'll put it down and think it's a real one. You've got to start peeling it, and oh my god, it's sponge.
Her level of detail and acceptable quality.
The work
like
goes into it. I mean, she should team up with Mickael Chatelain.
Yes, together.
Kevin says, have you got a condom on? Okay. Next up is Jason reviewing a nudist deck, Jason style.
Very good. Very good. We missed a trick.
Sandy
literally.
Wilson,
Yes.
Dave, will you be able to recommend some decent coin pail, or a decent coin pail for the Miser's Dream? I'm looking for something smallish to fit in my roll-on table that doesn't look gimmicked, whether or not it is. The Solari Miser's Miracle, or he says, is it any good? Or should you just find an appropriate size metal coffee, tea, sugar jar, etc. Would you recommend palming coins or ordinary coins? Thank you. Right, okay, so...
Right, I can talk in depth about this.
Yeah, first of all, personally, I would recommend palming coins by far, because if you're going to get coins, you're going to start palming them, you can kind of show across far more coins in your hand to drop them in. But there are so many ways of doing Miser's Dream. You've got the thumb tip method, you've got a method where you've got a coin dangling on a bit of wire where you're kind of clinking them as you go in, you've got the palming method, you've got droppers in there, you've got the what's the electronic version?
Clonk
up there,
brilliant.
which is brilliant.
Amazing.
You don't have to use that. You can use a cocktail shaker. You can use a goblet.
A cup. I think
Jeff
Pat Page
McBride
used to use just a metal camping cup.
Pass that cup there. Jeff McBride had a lovely version. I don't know if it's his idea or not. Well, I didn't have a version. He recommended it on his one of his manipulation DVDs, where you have a goblet. If you can, in fact, I'll use a wine glass. If you can imagine a wine glass,
We've always got a
like
wine glass
this.
handy at PropDog.
and then you're going to get a
And whiskey glasses.
for large size. I'm going to use a neck cracker because you'll see this a bit easier. I'll zoom in and. Yeah, if you can imagine dropping a coin in there, and what you would have is a tiny slot across there, okay, and a flat bottom. The idea being, he would produce a coin or two, put them in there, and then he'd tilt it this way and transfer it to his hand like that, which will then drop the coins back into Down's palm, produce two more, back into
cool.
there, go back,
Cool.
and as you're producing the coins, these are just coming out of a slot and rolling straight into
cool.
Down's palm. Over there as you're holding the glass like that. So that's another great version. You can find a nice antique goblet from an antique shop somewhere. That will fit in your case nicely, and then you can just do this multiple production like that. And then at some point, as you get them to look, you can steal a bunch of coins and maybe just tip them all out in a certain way. So there we go. Yeah, I'll make one if somebody wants one. In fact, I think I made one about 20 years ago just to play around with. So yeah, I hope that helps, Sandy. But other than that, yeah, no exact recommendations. What was your point?
Still on Zoom.
I use Clonk now. I use the bucket from Clonk now, should I say? But before that, I bought from Robert Baxt his entire Baxter Boy in a Bucket routine that came with all the props in the bucket. With that, I couldn't find anything like it. I don't know where he got it from, but the ring on it was brilliant. It was about this big, chunky, really solid. It was great. In fact, so much so I wanted to modify Clonk to work with that, but instead I just went, no, I'll just use that bucket. But because the Clonk bucket, annoyingly, I don't know if this one does. This one doesn't have handles. The Clonk bucket's got handles, and it jangles even when you're moving with it, so it ruins the effect somewhat. But Baxter Boy in a Bucket is great. Robert Baxter's brought out some brilliant things like that, and some things that I don't think are very good at all. But the Baxter Boy in a Bucket, if you can buy the whole packet from Robert, it's great, really.
There you
Good.
go.
I always go to a catering shop like Nisbets or whatever and take some
Any
coins. Take some
champagne
coins with
pail.
you and drop them in. Sainsbury's sell them. Just
Yeah.
drop a coin in, see how loud it is.
We do sell Robert's DVD as well on its own without the bucket, and that is well worth it if you want to put together a Miser's Dream.
I didn't know he ever sold it as a complete.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I don't know if he still does, but it's well worth it if you can get it.
Right, so guys, hold off on the comments for a little while because we're only about halfway through all the comments now. There's a lot of comments and a lot of stuff to talk about today. So yeah, hold off the comments at the moment unless it's something really important. Ivan says anything. Oh, we've done that on Fragmented. Eamon says, hi guys, thank you so much for the Coin Magic by Rubenstein. Wow, what a book. Got it delivered yesterday and it looks like a lifetime of coin magic, a modern classic. Absolutely, Eamon, absolutely. Raj says, hello PropDog team, and hello to you, Raj. Welcome back, Jason, says Eamon. Dean Jorgensen, hello mate. He says, is Jason getting his moobs out again? Was thinking about lamb shank for lunch.
Don't talk to me about lamb shanks, Dean.
Andy Tingley says, managed to get a polymer £20 note, film prop ones, but good. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Simon Keane says, afternoon all. Amber Williams, I like PropDog, very accommodating. I'm disabled, I use a wheelchair. I can only walk a little and they help me up the stairs. You're most welcome, Amber. Yeah, that was, good year or so ago, over a year ago, I think it was, yeah. Is Jason getting his, oh, we've done that one again, let's repeat. Roy says, put a statue up for Bobo. Statue there. Tom Cocker says, what do you guys think of Airworm or Wiki Test? Been on the verge of buying it all week, but need justification to pay for them.
I mean, I can't, from what I've seen about it, I can't fault it. I've got Wiki Test.
I don't know anything about Airworm. I've never used Wiki Test, but I've had hundreds of customers in the shop raving about it, friends raving
It's
about
amazing.
it. Everybody loves Wiki Test. Airworm, I don't know anything, so I can't really comment. All I can say is, from my personal knowledge, I've heard so many people rave about Wiki Test.
I think if it's a Kirstine app, I think you're pretty safe. I mean, go on the I don't want to tell people to go on the cafe, but go on the cafe or Facebook and ask magicians, because so many people have got it.
I think the Wiki Test thread on the cafe is probably about 50 odd
I'd
pages
say it's one of the
long
longest
by
ones
now,
on there.
and I'm sure it's got a Facebook page where they
It does,
stuff
yeah,
out,
it does.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Earworms, just just with music, it really appeals to me. I've not gone and bought it yet, but I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be less than brilliant.
There you go. Right, I bet it helps, Tom. Hear that?
Let us know, Tom. If you do get it, please let us know what you think.
That
I'd be
sound,
intrigued.
that humming you can hear is the rain on the roof hoying it down. And the other sound you can hear is Alex going, oh, because Alex has got to go home on this in the scooter.
On a scooter.
Morning from LA.
And rearrange the shop.
Morning from LA, says Eddie Merritt. Shine is great to put on a table. Is to put. Shine, shine is great to put on a. He means
a lie detector on top of a hat.
Yeah, he means it's great to put on a hat. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
great
yeah,
idea.
Yeah, for a lie detector.
Great idea.
Yeah, it's just the way it's
That's a
written
good
on there.
idea.
So I keep thinking I'm reading things wrong, but then I realise I'm not. It's just misspelled. So is great for put on. Yeah.
That's because I mean they're obviously staring at you.
They're
Dave,
trying to
and
type as
trying
fast
to
as
write
they
without
can.
taking their eyes
No,
off
they're still
you.
shaking from Jason earlier.
Could you hook Shine up to a buzzer so it buzzed and lit at the same time?
Yeah.
Easy enough. Yeah.
That's my next.
Yeah.
That's my next.
Did
thing
I ever tell you about my lie detecting duck I'm going to be producing?
No.
No, right. Okay. So this has been an idea. I first started working at
But the bill's large.
about 10 years ago. About 10 years ago, and I put it aside and said, I don't have time now, I'll work on it in the future. And it's still in the book. So basically, it's a rubber dove. I thought, what's the funniest thing you can approach and put on a table, right in front of somebody? And I just thought, a rubber duck. If you close up work at a gig, just go down, put it on there on the table, and say, that's my lie detecting duck, or he's a psychic duck, or whatever you want to do. And you can use him as a lie detector. And the idea is, if somebody tells the truth, he vibrates and goes whack, 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 whack. Right? I said whack, 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 whack.
Thank you for clarifying.
If he lies, he lifts up, cocks and farts. And that's funny.
Do ducks fart? I mean,
This
fair
one
enough.
will.
Well, fine.
It's funny. It's
Funny,
funny.
it does,
And
yeah.
the reason was, it was purely to do something comedy on a table. Because you turn around and say, it's a lie detecting duck. Try
That's
it.
great.
Have you ever cross-dressed? No. Quack. Or fart.
Yeah.
So I think
That's
it's funny.
great. Brilliant.
It'll be around one day. I hope that's not a Cockney slang, Dean, says Chris Gillen.
That was my thoughts, Chris. Thank you.
Mike Main and the gang watching you with the wife. She only wants to see Bobo.
Oh,
Bobo?
that's nice.
I'm just thinking. So
Say hello to
Neale.
Mrs. Main. Say hello.
Just thinking of Neale and Cockney rhyming slang. So we.
Say hello.
We haven't
Say hello.
involved Mila with Cockney rhyming
I
slang.
wondered if she could work out.
We
what
taught
that
Mila
slang
Bob's
might
your
be.
uncle this week. That took 3
And what did
days.
she say before she went?
Oh, who did it?
Ben's-
Ben. Oh no, Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben. Poor Mila. Sorry, Mila's
We
watching
love
this
you,
in the
Mila.
bus. We love you, Mila.
She said, I've sent the order, Uncle Ben. And I went, I don't think the rice magnet buys from us.
She's going to
but
kick our ass
she
tomorrow.
is.
when she goes in,
Well,
yeah.
it's Monday, yeah, she will.
But if she can answer into what she thinks lamb shank is in Cockney rhyming slang, that would be interesting.
Dean Youngs has just, replied about the Cockney slang. He says, no, Chris, just discussing dinner plans later, mate.
Good, fine. Good
Pierre
man.
says, all right, lads, long time no see. It's been ages, Pierre. It must be, 10 minutes?
30 minutes,
15
yeah.
minutes? Good to see you back on the lines again, Pierre, and good to see you today as well, mate. Kevin says, Alex normally takes his clothes off. Does he? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
in fairness, he has had history of that.
Yeah.
What happened?
Roy Brownlow says, can I be the reviewer? Put my name on the list, please. For what, Roy? We can always send you something for review. Ivan says, thanks for the heads up about Fragment. Yeah, it's only our opinion, Ivan. If you do like the trailer and you want to buy it, and just go ahead. But all we can do is warn for our own opinions. Michael says, are you opening the shop on Monday for people to come and visit you now? Yeah, we will be officially open from the 15th of June. We're going to mention that later or before we go. But yeah, lockdown is officially over from the 15th of June. Social distancing measures will be in place if we do have a lot of customers. We rarely get more than 2 or 3 in the shop at any one time. No. That's fine. If it's that popular and people are on lockdown and they want to make a road trip and we end up with 20 people, then there probably will be a queue inside. Queue outside to get inside. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, you're most welcome to come down. Ryan says, hey guys, love what you do. Ring Fight Rev has been my best ring effect for the longest time, and I love it. But will there ever be a real worker ring on a stem glass or stem or hourglass? Thank you. I don't know, Ryan. I've thought about that many times. I've looked into it. There are glasses that will come apart and go back together. The polycarbonate don't look too good. It has to be real glass to be effective, but any version out there is just not really examinable. There's no way of making a stem that you can detach and put back on that looks good enough to go, oh wow, rather than, oh well, I can see how you've done that. It's just one of the problems of using glass, really. Maybe then there'd be another version with some kind of mug on a handle on a mug or another object of some kind. But yeah, I doubt if there'll ever be a real working version. Maybe with an hourglass, that's a possibility, I guess. I don't know if you can find one that has some kind of band in the middle to hide it. But yeah, unlikely. Who knows? Who knows though? Technology coming along, maybe some kind of clear resin with a gel that will make it look invisible in the join, but we'll look into that in the future. Hans says, hello to all, a whole gang together again, woohoo! Greetings from, to Bobo from Mixie. Mixie says hello, she says, woof, doggy, woof. Not interested, no. She seems really interested every time we watch a show, okay? She'd be really interested in Bobo for dinner if she came and saw her.
Yeah.
Vishnudastas says, hi Bobo, and Ivan says, thanks again. Jerry says, morning Dave, hello buddy, I hope all is well. I haven't seen you for a long time, mate. George Grayson, any cheap tricks, accessories or props for us to pick up? What do you mean pick up? As in come and pick up from the shop? If so, yeah, we've got loads of little stuff. If you mean online, yeah, there's loads of little stuff. Have a look around, George.
Some of the new Daryl things are very good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jumping jacks, people have been raving about jumping jacks.
Raving.
Thank you, Bobo. Roy Brownlow says, Amaze Cups, bit big for small hands to hide it. I don't think so.
Angle, you just angle it.
No, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
To be fair, when I first started doing it, I thought that, but you can have the bottom one sticking out of your hand quite a lot, really. You only need to, I'll show you. Let me prep this and I'll show you.
Yeah, okay. Right, Brian Robson says, I keep an eye out for second-hand pages right after Blackpool. If I see the same effect, great idea. Not for me. 20 times on Monday, it tells me to stay away from it. Jonas says, starting dirty and ending dirty, my favourite way to spend a Friday. My favourite way to spend a weekend as well, yeah. And by that I mean running in the mud and the rain. Phil said, I've got Angelina Jolie's dildo going off sale soon. Start dirty and end dirty? Or start clean and dirty? It's a kid's show, stop it. Josh says, if you're starting kids magic, what's the best trick to get other than colouring books and things like that aren't really expensive? Well, we need to ask the expert kids magician.
Oh. What about the budget?
These are good.
Oh, yeah.
Amaze Cups.
These are good. The budget do as I do plumes is a good.
The budget do as I do plumes. You cannot really go wrong with for $14.99.
Change bag.
Change bag, 100%.
Small wand, breakaway wand.
So yeah, so I would hold this. I'd hold it first of all at a slight angle because if you're doing kids shows and you're not on Zoom, they're going to be on the floor in front of you, most likely, and then you can do the cups and push them up and then display them like that, which is absolutely fine, and you've done the move then.
Couldn't you just kind of start saying we've got some cups kind of over here? Is that
you could, but it depends what you had as a load. Depends what you had as a load.
Yeah.
Depends what you had as a load.
I think just a slight angle.
Just a slight angle. You'll be you will. You won't. They won't see it.
It's like a gambler's cup.
Favourite kids magic trick? Crikey. That's not it. Well, the problem with kids magic. The first thing you need to know before going into kids magic is it is expensive. There's little you can do.
Magic's expensive.
Yeah, but kids.
Quite an industry.
No, I think a change bag with some balloons.
A change bag with a nice silk effect. Something like 20th century silks is brilliant, really nice. I'm trying to think what I started off with. You know, even Professor's Nightmare with a nice story goes down really well. I mean, for me, what do you class as expensive? Like, for me, you know, £100 on a quality prop, if you're going to use it, it's not expensive. Like, that Run Rabbit Run must be worth to me, like, you know, 20-40p now, because I've used it so many times. It's worth the investment. But something like the Plumes.
The problem with Josh is he's young, so he's not going to be out there earning the big bucks that's going to pay for it all as well. So
Sponge, I mean,
and not got a wage coming in.
A sponge ball effect done well can transfer to stage quite nicely for kids.
I'd watch something like Gary Dunn's
Keep 'Em Laughing DVDs.
He gets a lot of mileage out of balloons, out of.
Well, we don't sell this because shout out to Gary. We spoke to Gary this week, didn't we? We love Gary. Yeah. Gary's got a DVD called Keep 'Em Laughing that Practical sell, and the second DVD in that set is a 45-minute show that you can do if you've left your case at home or lost it on a train. There are no props at all. Maybe some paper plates that you got from the party. That's it, and it's 45 minutes, and it is good. It's good. So. Yeah, send us an email and I'll help you out.
Come in next time you're in.
Come in.
We've got loads now.
Should have asked when you were here the other day. Right, Stephen Blair says, afternoon troops. Phil said, is that Milky from Me, Myself and Irene?
Yes.
Not sure. What's that about?
Have you ever seen Me, Myself and Irene?
No.
That explains why you don't understand it.
Adam Smith says, the boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Should have had that as our theme today. Great to see you guys back. Thank you, Adam, and great to have you join us. George Grayson says, what do you think about Twister Flavour by Tumi Magic? I think it's great. Yeah, we've talked about it several times on lives. If you go to PropDog, go to YouTube, type in PropDog and Twister Flavour, and you will see loads of little reviews about it that we've done in the past. Jeffrey Urch says, hi Dave and boys. I know you don't like Magic Apps Day, but should you demo, but you should demo some of The Stranger and the Architect.
So The Stranger I've used loads of times.
Yeah.
The Stranger's brilliant. Especially I did one at...
Do you have it on your phone then?
Yeah.
Maybe you can demo it. Not today, we haven't got time today, but maybe next week.
That is the inherent problem, isn't it? If none of us own the apps, then we literally have to buy the apps.
Stranger's super simple. I had it before. I got it cheaper because they were going to release... It was only like a US version. So I end up ringing someone with an American accent. But I said I'm going to ring America because that way they can't pop round my house and beat me up for making a prank call to them. And then and I did it at it was school parents evening. So all the kids were there, and I said, "Hey, do you ever do any prank calls?" Yeah. Because that's the premise of the app. So all the parents were going, "Oh gosh, he's getting my son." And the kids love a prank call. Yeah. So if you're going to make a prank call, people love it, and they love it. It's brilliant app, brilliant, really funny, dead easy to do. Yeah, simple.
There's a new one where you call someone, isn't there? That I think Sean Hayden may put a video up. I think it might be a Kirstine app actually. Something where you call someone and ask them for a card and you can program it all and everything. It's really clever, really good. They talked about it in the Wizard product review.
I've just never been a fan of apps. As I said, I'm just old, but yeah, maybe we can if you've got.
It's
any,
a really
simple.
I mean, it is a simple, straight to the point. No, it's like, I do comedy more than mentalism. So for me, a prank call.
It's great, yeah.
Where the person says it's their card, and they've shuffled the pack, so it's brilliant.
That must be similar to the thing I'm talking about then, because you ask them to pick a card, and they can be outside of Sainsbury's or something, holding watermelons, and they've answered their phone, they're juggling. Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? Good.
Awesome. Right. Speaking of apps, Anywhere is back in stock. We've only got 6 more, but yeah, that's back in stock. A few other things back in stock as well, and some new stuff in as well.
Back in stock. So that's back in stock. 1 Degree. That's been
1 Degree. That's Alex did a book review on that last week, I think, wasn't it? So some other stuff that have come in. Lots of new stuff come in. We haven't had a chance to look at yet. So from Ellusionist, we've got the How to Read Minds box set, which is 20 powerful mind reading tricks taught within. It's basically in tandem with Pete Turner and taught by world-renowned Pete Turner. It says in the box, included reveal someone's iPhone and unlock code. And inside,
Jason's very keen on this yourself, aren't you, Jason?
Yeah. There's loads in here. Honestly, look at them underneath. You get wallets and all sorts. I don't know if you can. I mean, you may be able to talk about what's inside, but
Jason,
nice wallet.
Oh wow. Okay, so we've got a selection of wallets and bits and bobs on there.
Billets,
more cards, thumb writers, some mentalism stuff, pens, credit cards.
This was really, really highly spoken about when it came out, and it was only available from Ellusionist. So that's why we got some in. Great gift.
I was about to say, yeah, great gift for somebody. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't think Pete Turner's the sort of person to put his name to anything without.
Oh, no, definitely
Without
not.
thinking
Yeah.
about it, no. I
Yeah,
think that
I
is.
think he probably-
If I had to say, I think that's far. I mean, it's much more than How to Be a Magician, but I think you get a lot more in there than you do in How to
mentalist,
Be.
isn't it?
And
Specifically mentalism.
Yeah.
It's not a typical magic set, you know.
No.
We've got all these magic sets here. We've got loads and loads of magic sets.
Yeah.
Loads
In there, you've got
more,
leather
you know,
wallets. You've got
Well, actually,
nice
we were
stuff.
impressed. We were
Tons of them
impressed.
down there, but
We
these
were
all
actually
kinks.
impressed with the quality of the wallet. We were. We
yeah.
did check out the quality of the wallet. It was
Those
quite
were
good.
all like really young ages from people who have no introduction to magic at all. If you've had an introduction to magic and you've got someone who's a bit of a hobbyist and they want to improve, that's something to do. Right, what else we got?
Oh, we've got these Tyvek envelopes.
Right,
which are
the Tyvek
fantastic.
envelopes, the Tyvek Himber envelopes from Alan Wong. I haven't looked too much in at the moment, but they've come in and they're being raved about, so we thought we'd get a load of these in. They come in a single or 2 packs.
And
Wow.
I'm guessing an envelope's probably slightly more organic than carrying a whole wallet around, isn't it? You can
Yeah,
carry it.
absolutely.
so.
Yeah, and they're
Quite a good
Tyvek,
idea.
so they won't rip. What else
Very
we got?
good
Wonder
idea.
Card. Wonder Card is in. We haven't talked about this. We will look more into this and talk about it. It literally only arrived about, an hour ago.
Yeah.
Haven't had a chance to
I
look
had
at
a
it
quick
yet,
look.
but we will talk about this and hopefully it'll be on the board at some
Loads
Well,
point.
you can
effects on
produce.
that.
It's been raved about online by some of you guys commenting from previous weeks.
That's the puzzle thing.
Yeah.
Super mini MTP. is
Nice
it?
pouch.
It is nice.
That's a
pouch.
really nice sort of leather velvet,
Hold on, that's
pouch.
not
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I-
yeah.
I've often been
So
admiring.
this
pouches.
is basically
Oh, the perpetual puzzle.
exactly. These are mini
Ah,
perpetual
great.
puzzles. The dummy put up by the brown, that's just a clear coating to cover the acrylic that it's on. So but yeah, that's it's coming apart.
Tenyo's perpetual puzzle version is great as well. The,
Can't get it at the moment.
Can you not?
No,
Have we
and
not
don't
got
get
one?
it. No, we can't get it.
I thought we had one.
It's been unavailable for a while now, and
thought we had one in stock.
that's coming apart. I don't want to touch it anymore because it's.
That's my weekend sorted.
There you go. Right. So what else we got new in?
We've got bands are back
Oh,
in stock.
bands are back in stock. The
bands are back in stock.
So yeah, Rhinefish back bands.
You
have
just
been-
can't get
The
this
Rhinestone
charisma.
Cowboy.
Yeah, the Rhinestone bands or Rhinefish bands have been unavailable for
amazing.
ages.
That was
So
not
yeah,
planned.
whole loads of these back in, all colours. What else we got?
We got some dice.
Leo
3 in 1
Smetsers.
Leo Smetsers dice. Basically, as far as I'm aware, you can use it as a chop dice and other things as well. But I haven't looked too much in for it at the moment. It's just one of the things.
Yeah, 3 in 1. You can use it as a
we've got in,
prediction. You can use it
Uh,
as
what
a...
else we got in there?
Indexes.
Yeah, indexes. So you get a pair or single, and they're basically card indexes, like the Ultimate Card Index, or there's loads of other ones out there. Yet to look at it, so we will let you know as soon as we've had a look whether it's an improvement or not, anything about it. Sword Swallow Deluxe is back in stock. I love this thing. I've done it loads of times on the live.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. So that's been unavailable for quite a long time now. That's back.
Oh, we had someone ask about that the other day as
So
well.
the amazing Mel Mellors has a new book out, the Magical Mentalism Tour. It's Mel Mellors. Say no more. It's
Yeah.
going to be great. We'll get Alex to do a book review on it, but it's Mel Mellors.
I might review
Mel
that
Mellors.
one. I love Mel Mellors.
We can
Like,
discuss it.
you can be a
I mean,
competition for
I,
Alex's book review.
I have 2 kids
Could be
under
Jason's
3,
book
so I
review.
haven't got a lot of time. But
Yeah, okay. Well, if you want to,
Oh.
it's up to you.
I'll have a look at it because I
Oh,
love
yes.
Mel.
Yeah.
Mel's
Oh, so
brilliant.
Deadlock. This is Michael Murray's from Mind Effects. Deadlock. So it's a padlock that comes in 2 different sizes. This is the medium one. This is the smaller one that we have. There's a slightly bigger one, and it is a very genuine
Look for your bike.
looking padlock. And basically, they try various numbers and they can't open it. You ask them to think of the 4 numbers, and you go, "Would that be amazing? Do you want to change your mind?" Blah de blah. And they pick the 4 numbers that actually open
Is
the
it a
lock.
bit like the Mick Hanslick lock? Is it Hanslick lock?
That's the key, isn't it? That one.
No, it's a combination lock. Yeah, it's one of the Mick. Oh no, yeah, it is. It's
No, the super lock. The super lock's a key that only one key opens.
No,
it.
you mean the one.
Pat Page.
Pat Page's padlock.
one. Yeah, Mick
Padlock.
Hanslick was the other one. Yeah.
No,
Pat
so
Page had one. Yeah.
this is more subtle
Right.
than that.
Okay.
It's a very clever routine, and what he's figured out is a way
Can we demo it
of.
next week?
We could try Devin.
Because I've never seen it. I know the effect,
So
but
this,
I've never seen
this
it.
has just come out of the box, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what. There you go. It's locked. Yep. Trying to try. So just I'll tell you what. Actually, so Dave, what's your birthday?
What the year?
Both the day and the month.
Oh, 2nd of June 1971. Oh,
2nd
sorry,
of June.
2nd of June.
So
Oh, yeah,
if
yeah,
you put in
yeah,
2nd
yeah.
of June,
Yeah.
would that be amazing? Would that open that lock straight out the
Well,
box?
yeah, you might have asked me this.
Well, you've just asked me to demo it.
Yeah, but you
Second
might
of
have
June,
organised this
so
for me
it's
beforehand. He didn't, but yeah, you could.
I'm doing it,
0206,
mate. Hold on.
Got it all lined up.
Bear with me, son.
So this is unbelievable.
Because with Pat Page's one, ideally you would use
0206.
Go on, try and open the lock.
I mean, how that?
Pull. Just pull. Hey, there you go.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
So Pat Page's one,
That's really good.
You could set the number, and originally you'd use because in the early days you'd just say what year were you married, what year were you born, whatever. It was always going to be 19 something.
Yeah.
So you always
What
set it
was
as
the
one.
Yeah. So if
But
you
now
How?
it works.
How the hell does that?
So there you go. It's brilliant.
Why are you hiding when you're doing this?
Because I don't want them to. I didn't
It
want them.
doesn't matter. They can see. All
you
you're doing
didn't
is
even
trying
touch it.
All you're doing is trying it. You're not hiding anything.
Stupid thing.
This is
Come on, put it back to Dave's state. Come on.
This is the advantage of not discussing things beforehand. We rarely ever discuss anything we're going to do beforehand because we want this to be genuine
Alex.
for you. The only thing we may discuss is who's going to take the clothes off first or whatever. But
How have you done that?
I didn't
He
do it.
hasn't.
So Michael
It's
Murray, it's a
Come on, buy
brilliant.
that. It's brilliant. How much is
It's a
that?
brilliant thing. And it comes in. So the other padlock's slightly
You've only
larger.
got
I can't
two.
move that third wheel for some
we've only
reason.
got two of them.
I've broken it.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's get on. Oh yeah. Is there anything else new on the pile of things to talk about other than your book?
Oh, that is really good.
As soon as he said,
I'm sweating. That was
soon as
really
he
annoyed
said,
me.
As soon as he said the best, I thought, blimey, that's smart.
Right. Okay. Let's get on with these then. And we got some reviews to do as well.
Smug.
Couple more comments and we'll pop
So
in a
good.
review. So Sandy
Thanks, Michael.
says, learn a SpongeBob routine, lots of transferable skills and can be used for audiences of any age, not just kids. Yeah,
I agree.
Good call. What's the Doc's Bollocks board? Peter, you missed that, mate. You must have joined us slightly
What,
late.
hang on.
Or he's commented and it's taken forever to
Hang
come
on,
through.
hang on. Does Deadlock make it onto the board?
100%.
Oh,
100%.
good call, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it does. So silent treatment would have to go out.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that hasn't really been given a fair
It's not-
crack.
it's
It's
not-
only just come in.
Yeah.
Not a great day for John Allen, is it?
No.
Sorry, John.
Sorry, John.
We will review silent treatment next week. It's on my list of things to do because
We
I
haven't
love John's
reviewed it
stuff.
yet. Okay, we'll have to go for it.
So let's not count silent treatment yet because it is worthy of the board.
Well, okay, put silent treatment back on then, and we'll remove plumes.
Well, no, we'll do silent treatment when I talk about it. Cause
All right, okay, we'll do that. Yeah, all right. So, do you want to write it
Deadlock.
down? Where do you guys reckon it'll go? I think.
got to be above the 5.
Oh, I was going to say 5.
Above solution.
Above solution?
Swap it with solution. Yeah, above
All right,
solution.
all right, we'll go above solution. Because I love the Pat Page one. I used it for years.
Yeah,
I
I've
would
got it,
base-
yeah.
So my routine with it, guys, with the Pat Page one, which you can do with this one, is a table. I do my ring fight routine, and I give it back. And afterwards, I say, "Can I borrow that ring one more time?" And I'll get the ring, and I'll put both rings, her ring and his ring, onto the padlock, close it, and put it down. Scramble the combinations. So look, we've just met. I don't know you. Don't know how long you've been married. What was the year of your marriage? And they'd say, 2007. Oh, okay. Well, can you put 2007 in it? And it opens. And I'm like, how the hell did you know that?
How does that work?
Yeah. Or if they were an older couple, I'd make sure that it was set in a different way because
you need
to know dates because
What? Yeah, a range.
if you think they'd be married over 20 years, that they'd be married in 1990 something. You get the idea. So
Well, actually, I
right.
got Pat Page's padlock.
So we're going to put it as number 5, yeah. So it's my Darkest Corners. Darkest Corners is great, but I suppose it's just it's starting to become less old now. It's been around for
Less new,
2 months. Yeah, less new. Sorry, yeah. So there we go.
That is really good, that. Honestly.
I actually got padlock. You can go. I'll pop round his house in.
So yeah,
South
Peter,
London.
go back to the beginning after the show. Go back to the beginning and watch the beginning part, and we do talk about it there. Unless this delay is so long that no one's actually got there yet, because we've been talking a lot now. We've been talking for an hour, and we've still not got through all the
It's
comments.
a ratings board.
Yeah.
It's a ratings board.
Yeah, Adrian says I see many books on the table there. Absolutely. Scott Farrington.
like his
Hi
house
guys.
or
Have you got any good books or DVDs that talk about controlling your audience and misdirection, etc.? Yeah, we've got quite a few, Scott. We're running out of time, so either drop us an email or you can pop in now anytime you want, and you can have a look through, and we can.
I
talk
can
about
make a
them.
list.
Yeah, absolutely. Louise, hello Louise. Hope all is well. She says, well done, Jason. That looked great. So visual.
Is she talking about my...
Matrix.
Gotcha.
The Matrix.
Gotcha.
Yes,
I was going to say for Louise, that is one heck of a compliment.
Yeah. I'm guessing, Louise, you didn't see the beginning of the show, in which case you won't know the double entendre that your comment may have had.
If you did, Louise, and that's what you meant,
Yes.
ping me a message.
That juice things
Hannah,
pain
if you're
off.
watching.
Eric says my Matrix gimmick doesn't look anywhere near as that deceptive. That's strange. Eric,
is strange.
Did you get it from us?
Is it new? Is it a copy, or I mean, this is just straight out of the box as it is. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. Says Steve Lawrence. Forgiven. Ivan says is Matrix art the same as is the same that was shown by the guy at the session? Yes, it is. Yeah, that's what I was briefly talking about when we talked about it at first. Roy Brownlow just watched someone do a routine where he talks about cut and paste computer using holes. Interesting. Adam Banner says that's insane. How much is the Matrix? It's quite expensive.
It's
about 60 quid, but when you look at it, you'll know why.
Yeah,
George Robinson was hoping to see some magic stuff, but appeared to have logged on to a daily briefing with Hancock Boris and Dominic Raab. Happy Friday, fellas, from Charles' mum.
We should
that makes me PM.
we should get some podiums for next week.
I mean, I'm not proud of the fact, but that makes me the PM.
You're a bit Boris.
Hey,
Boris. All right, Boris.
So, obviously she's not referring to the beginning of the show, because that would be wrong, unless you've watched Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Black Mirror.
First episode.
First episode of Black Mirror.
Very good. If you haven't watched Black
Netflix?
Mirror...
I haven't watched Black Mirror.
My God, Alex,
We'll tell you about it
thing in the
afterwards.
world. It's really good. It's as good as that lot.
How can you not have watched it? Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay on the board.
Right. Tilt it. The depth of the holes are clearly visible, says Eric Myers. Okay, that's with the Amaze Cups. Have I missed something? Social distance now a thing anymore? At the moment, not here, Neale.
We're a bubble.
Yeah, we're a bubble. Ben Allen says, how much, Dave? Oh, well, you couldn't afford me. Trust me, Ben. Yeah.
If you've got to ask.
Everyone has to put the price underneath it. For Magic Art, he says. Mila, maybe some sponge bananas there, maybe. That's a repeat. Andrew Vaughan, I bought a version of Blackpool, but wasn't from Mickael Chatelain. Oh, okay, interesting. Eric Myers, Magic Art is eye candy that people will buy and never use. I have it, and it's not a real world effect. It's definitely social media 100%,
really.
but I would also do that at a table. No questions asked. I would definitely do that at a table. So yeah, I kind of disagree there, Eric. Rob says books, tricks, and DVDs would be awesome. Yeah, cool. We have a DVD one as well for the Paul behind us.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
First week you're back and you're falling out. Laugh out loud, says Paul. Adrian, you're falling out.
We're a family. Families argue.
It's the best way. Bobo, do you mind cleaning yourself in my face? Look, come on. You clean yourself on your cage. Yeah, prune yourself up there. Favourite naked albino, Daryl from Big Brother.
Oh, come on.
Right,
Darnell, I think it
time
is,
to
yeah.
do a review now. So Andy Tingley sent us in a review last week and we didn't get a chance to do it. So here is Andy Tingley's review of Travel, funny enough, by Mickael Chatelain.
Come on,
Are you ready?
Tingles.
Come on, Andy.
Oh, sorry, thought I was on TikTok. Hi everybody at propdog.co.uk, where you can buy all your magic and with a great customer service. A chance to get a haircut. Oh, I've never had so much hair in my life. Anyway, I'm here to do a little chat to you on Travel by Mickael Chatelain. Travel, what is Travel? Now, Travel is getting one card from the deck, any chosen card from the deck, and getting it back into an empty box. It can be a signed card as well. How's that? A signed card as well. So I'll get my cards out. All my cards that I dropped on the floor as well. I should get my cards out. We should give them. Let's lower this camera down a little bit. We give them a bit of a shuffle. Nothing like a good shuffle. Give the cards a shuffle. Right. When you open Travel, what do you get? Well, you get a gimmick, which is in here, which is very clever gimmick, but angles not very good. You also get a gimmicked box. A gimmicked empty box. Well, I think it's all been done the wrong way round. Until you try it, you won't realise. You have to put the box together. Just two little sticky flaps here. Bosh, done. Put some cards in it before you stick it together. You'll get the box nice and even. Right, Travel, and you also get your code to watch the tutorial. So, Travel by Mickael Chatelain. All the cards, as you can see, are different. A spectator chooses a card, any card they want, it doesn't matter. They then sign the card. You then put the card face up on the deck and you say abracadabra and nothing works. And then you go and their card is now gone, disappeared. Now this is where the box comes into play, okay? So you can put the deck away. Now you open the box as such, and hopefully, if everything's gone right, their card should be in the box. You then show the box empty. You cannot give this out for examination. Yeah, unless you know a few crafty moves, then you can give it out for inspection. But you know, you've got to give it these crafty moves. Otherwise, they can't inspect it. Now they can inspect it because I've done the sneaky move. But that is travel. What do I think of travel? Quite like it actually. Quite like it. I like the gimmick because I do a lot of bird cards, a lot of different bird cards, but I haven't thought of one like this. The only thing I don't like about it is this flap. I think the gimmick, well, the flap's just the wrong way round when you're producing the card. You know, I've done these tricks with, I can't think of his name, is it Oliver Stone, the tool? It's a bit like that, the second half. So you might get a clue there. But the other gimmick, this gimmick, very clever, very well done. And I think it would last you for, I reckon, 100 performances or more. You do get spare. So, you know, if it breaks, it tells you how to make it, or etc, etc. But it's not a bad gimmick as it goes. So I'd give this, as I said, 7 out of 10. Travel was supplied to me by PropDog.co.uk, where all your great magic can be. And as I said before, great customer service. And that's all I can say on it. So I hope you go out and buy it and you see the gimmick yourself, because it's different. And you know, Mickael Chatelain, he does have some good gimmicks out there. You know, some of them are just made better from previous years, like most tricks nowadays are just improved from the past. Blast from the past. But anyway, thank you very much for listening. I hope everything goes all right. Dave, get selling, and PropDoggers, get buying.
Thank you very much to Andy Tingley there for that amazing and honest review. That was Travel by Mickael Chatelain. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you for being...
Jason?
What?
I can't wait to make your cup of tea for 2 seconds and... Jason, get everything closed back on.
Sorry, Dave. I'm just so warm.
Sweet Fanny Adams.
Jason! If you didn't watch the beginning of the show, by the way, afterwards, go back and watch the beginning. Jason, from being at home, has just got too comfortable in his own clothes. Or too comfortable not in his own clothes. Right, well, yeah, thank you for the review, Andy.
The classic callback.
Right, okay. Yeah, naked albinos.
If he comes out in just a tie, I'm gonna...
Yeah, thanks again. I know the naked man just said thank you, Andy, but yeah, thanks for the review of Travel, and I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, he's produced some good stuff over the years, Mickael Chatelain. Right, or trick stroke books and DVDs, says Rob. That's more like it.
Like a stripper in disguise.
Right. You're going to have to wear clothes every live, Jason. I know you don't want to. I know you got used to. On the next lockdown, if there isn't another lockdown, then you go back to doing whatever you want. But yeah. Like the books and tricks separately, says Thomas, or did he mean like the boobs and the tricks?
Boobs and tricks.
Sean Max says books and tricks, as we don't get to see books without visiting the shop, whereas we see videos for effects. There we go. So yeah, I think the census is we get 2.
Get a book board.
Yeah, a book board as well. Books and tricks separately, says Anoop, PropDog team, and Bobo. Oh hi, PropDog Team Bobo, says Kevin Peel. Charlie Robinson, there's a really nice Miser's Dream, I think, by Bob Solari. I don't do Miser's Dream, but if I did, I'd use that.
That's the one we were talking
That's
about.
That's the one we're talking about, well, partially talking about, and kind of showed Charlie.
Can reach it.
Yeah, Bryan says, how many weeks ago did you review Dining Out? I want to take a look back about it.
Yes.
Well, we talked about it very briefly, but we didn't really review it. If you go to YouTube and just type in PropDog and Dining Out,
you'll see us
it'll
out
come
for a
up
meal.
at the moment. YouTube's really good because below the YouTube videos, we put the product, a link to it, but more importantly, we put the timing. But we put the timing in a format where if you search for it and it comes up in Google, you click on it, it'll actually start at the time that product starts reviewing. It's really clever.
It's good fun. It's a good fun.
And Bryan, we've got your review coming up in a minute. Sorry.
It's a good fun routine, Dining Out.
Yeah, you like it, don't you?
I do like it, yeah.
We should do a proper full-on review of it later on. Yeah.
When we get more.
Right, Max Gibson says, hi all, Dave, just ordered the bits for your ring routine and I love it. Just wondering if you could do, if you could go over the handling for the stretch thumb tip vanish to load into the wallet. Thanks. Right, Max, we're running a bit short of time now already because under Bobo's Feathers we've done an hour and a quarter already. We can do it in another live, but we've done it several times in live already. And if you go to the website, go to the stretch thumb tip page and you'll see the handling on there, a complete breakdown of it. But if you need another one, just let us know and we'll film a more up-to-date version when we get a moment. Otto says, received the PropDog Real Revolution the other day. Seriously impressed with the quality. Love it. Oh, thank you. Otto, you're most welcome. Louise says, I would recommend Wikitest 100%. Brian Robson says, last time you mentioned the rain, it came this way and I hammered down for about 18 hours. I've already had a month's worth of rain in one day. Yeah, I have that kind of power.
Do you build the ark?
And Louise Peter Burkett says it's raining. Pete Meacham says, I'm late home, so I'll watch later. I hope everyone is well. Jonas says, the most important thing in Miser's Dream is the sound, especially if you work in a large venue.
I agree.
The first row might see the coins, but the rest might not see the coins. However, they will hear the coins hitting the bucket. Hans says, Ottar, Real Revolution is great. Michael Brimmer, comedy on the table. Put a monkey down and introduce it as Spank. Sean Mack says, I have a monkey. I took it to an audience. I also have a chicken called Choke. Shane says, what's up? Stay well and all. Much love to you all. PropDog team, assemble, says James Shin. Roy says, nice to see the last of the Summer Wine crew back together again. George Grayson,
I'm like 20 years younger than these two. It's unbelievable.
You don't look it though.
All right, not
Well,
bad.
what about poor Mila being accused of being Nora Batty then? Eh? Billy Bonkers Magic. Best thing for new kids magician is to buy any Christopher Team magician book. The
Yeah,
stands
I'd
for
agree with
taco.
that. I would agree with
They
that
are
as well.
full
Also,
brilliant
Billy.
modern routines, and you will be taught how to make a lot of props. Hands on hips, says Kevin Crooms. Chris Gillanders, is cash back on the 15th full team assemble? Is cash back on the 15th? No, cash doesn't work here anymore. Yeah, cash hasn't worked here for a long time. Don says, see you all next week, guys. See you later, Don. Matt Gibson, I recommend Diverted by Mark Kirstein rather than The Stranger.
Ooh.
Jonas says,
I
Josh,
think that's
great
the
for
one I was talking
Chinese
about.
sticks are also great for kids and adults alike. Available all price ranges. Good call, Jonas. Yeah, good call.
Yeah, good call.
Is there going to be a
That's
giveaway
the routine.
today?
I take my clothes
Yeah,
off
we
in.
can do a little giveaway at some point. We're running out of time then. We've got some more to talk about. John Gorner, wish I could win a giveaway. Jonas says, Scott Farrington, Tom Stone has the rights to sell Tommy Wonder's work on Misdirection as an ebook and gives a link. Good call on that. Neil Bradley Smith, hi guys, any idea when you might be getting Neale Medium magnets back in stock? We have some, but we need to order a load more. They come from China, and with the problems with the lockdown and post from China at the moment, it's a bit of a nightmare, but we will get some back in at some point. Is Sherlock book test any good? Yes, all the book tests are in that range are very, very good. Wonder Card, very badly made.
We haven't opened it up
Well,
yet.
we spoke about Wonder Card, and I wasn't sure about it, and loads of people raved about it and said it was great. So yeah, we'll look into it.
But then
and
saying
we'll
that,
give
loads
a
of people
review.
said Cartica, whatever it's called,
Cartica.
isn't good, and we thought that was quite nice.
Yeah, Critica, yeah.
So,
Right.
opinions.
Time to go across to another review. This time it's Brian Robson's review of Ripper. And Jason,
The manager? Oh, no.
No.
stay there. Don't move. Keep your clothes on during the review. Right. Over to you, Brian.
Afternoon, everyone. Friday again. Who would believe it, eh? Hope you're all doing well. Today I am going to review Ripper by Matthew Wright. This edition is $29.99, and there is a deluxe edition that's got a little few bits extra. That is $41.99. Sounds expensive for a torn and restore effect, but you do get a lot for your money. And with the deluxe £41 edition, you do get 2 different backs for different styles of cards, and a playing card gimmick as well, or it's a gaff card. So, do I like it? Yes, I actually do like this. The effect, you can literally do close-up, parlor, possibly stage. It is basically, you can actually show daylight between the bulk of the card and the bit that you've just torn off. I do like this because most torn restores, they're, you know, ripped into quarters and you're holding them together in your hands, and, you know, you've got to look after your angles carefully. Not to say you don't have to look after angles on this. There is a few bits you've got to be careful with, but Matthew does go into detail of how to look after the angles, the lighting, depending on the different situations you're in. It gives you a few demonstrations of him working it, and people just don't see things instantly. It is all about keeping your audience entertained and focusing their attention where it needs to be. Once you have restored the card, there is a little bit of dirty work and ditching the gimmick, but you've just literally given out a card that was in 2 pieces a second ago, 5 inches from their nose. You know, you can do it that close, and they will be literally astounded and looking at the card. You can put your pen in your pocket, ditch what you need to, come out clean, no problem. On the tutorial, you do get quite a lot of coverage of things that Matthew's had to crop up, how he's got around it, workarounds for using the gimmick, how to get used to the gimmick, which I feel is really important because I've played around with it a little bit, and you do need quite a while to sit there and just, you know, pulling the card apart, putting it back together, pulling the card back together, apart, together. It is a force card effect. You do have to force this particular card on people, and Matthew does again goes through 2-3 different ways of how to get the gimmick not only in play but have it in front of them. They don't even see it, they sign the card, and you get the right card picked. I think it is actually a brilliant effect. I will be using it myself. The only thing I would like to look at, it would be the deluxe edition, because with that you do get gaff cards which has the bit you've just torn off restored, reversed 180, and you give that out. It might just be me being picky, but on the gimmick it's torn and it is jagged, and, you know, so it does look like it's ripped, but the card you give back to them is restored and it's a straight line. I don't think people would pick up on that. I think it is just me being picky, but one of those things. But overall, I do like this effect. You do get taught a lot. You can make this from being a 3-minute routine up to a 10-minute routine. And it isn't just dragging it out and stretching it and going slower. You can add different bits in and out. And what Matthew teaches you on the DVD of how to do these different bits is great. You know, it's like you go for their card, you're turning it over and you're producing cards out of thin air. You can pull 4 or 5 out and show your hands are both empty, yet another card comes out your hand, another card comes out. Things you could take into different routines that aren't even related to this. But I do think it is actually worth the money. It does sound expensive, but it is worth it, and I would recommend getting this. Well, I would like to say, I recommend getting this one, as I haven't seen the deluxe edition. The only downside I do think is I couldn't see on the website if you could get refill packs for the deluxe edition, because I don't know how many come with it as well. You could get like a pack of 10 and have to pay another £41 to get another 10. That might be a downside, but overall I would perform this effect no problem. See you all later.
Right, well, thank you for that, Bryan. Another good review. So, yeah, excellent. And that whole time you were doing the review, Jason was sitting there saying, how does that lock work? How does that lock work?
Yeah, lock is good.
Well, not the whole
I'm
time,
concerned as to where Alex has gone.
Yeah. He's getting his clothes off.
I just find out how much it is, actually. It's,
He's normal.
Thank you.
Right, yeah, but no,
Six
thank
to
you,
one
Andy Tingley and Bryan Robson for your reviews. And very shortly we've got Alex's book review, then the comments, and then we're going to leave up because we've done 1 hour and 20 so far, so it's quite a long one. Right, Sean Max says yes it is. He's referring to Wonder Card when Roy said it's badly made.
Oh,
So
interesting.
we will look into this and give it an appropriate review. Eric Myers, can you explain why you think Matrix art can't be performed in the real world? Yeah, I would be curious to know about that as well. George Grayson says, will you ever get more Twister flavour back in stock? Yes, we will,
some.
George.
Hang on.
as soon as they're available.
Somebody bought one today.
I think we're out of them.
Somebody bought one today.
But I know they were out of stock at Murphy's for quite some time, and we were struggling to get them. Have we got them? Oh, we do have. We have 2 back in stock at the moment. Are they on the website?
Just going to go and check.
Well, we're going to check for you. But yeah, we do have 2. They were out of stock for quite a while at Murphy's. You couldn't get them, but they're back in, so we made sure we got some more. But we'll find out what's going on.
It's one of the better gum tricks, isn't
Yeah.
it? Good that.
Sometimes things get off the stock radar, and for whatever reason we've got them in, but they're not on the system. Can happen, but we're looking into it now. Roy says the gimmick is very poorly glued or not glued and can come undone. I've had 2 the same.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay. Happy belated birthday, Dave, says Walter. Thank you, Walter. Andy says, Roy says, Andy, try catching the edges. The idea is good, but not well made. Peter Burke says, I bought a couple of weeks ago. Delicious change. It's brilliant. Yeah, delicious change. Really well made. Louise says, oh, big birthday next year, Dave. PropDog party. Yeah, it is. Well, not only is it my 50th birthday next year, but it's also PropDog's 10-year anniversary in October. So maybe we can do a joint party. Never had a party before.
Proptober.
Yeah, Proptober. That's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
Deadlock. If you don't have it, get it, says Brian Robson.
I
So
would
there
agree.
we go. Love Deadlock, says Roy Brownlow. Eric Meyer says Jonas Carlson, the gimmick is essentially 4 cards thick and can't sit in the deck, so you have to ring it in and out. Keep it somewhere safe and flat. When it's not in play. Angles and lighting are critical to hide the extensive work of the gimmick. Right, angles, no, I wouldn't say angles, because if you're performing to a table up here and you're up here, then yeah, anyone's in front of you, your angles are there. Basically, anything behind you, if they're looking, yes, you might have an issue with it. And walk around, it might be a bit difficult. But at a table, no problem at all. Parlour, definitely social media, no problems at all. Lighting, well, it depends. If you're really, really bright and there's a spotlight on it, then you might. But definitely not with the blue. But with the red, possibly. But I don't know, unlikely. But most performing venues are never going to be that brightly lit anyway. And the thickness of the card, yeah, it is a bit thick, but you can get around that. It's not that hard. Just have a deck of cards. Say, oh, let me show you something cool. Here's a hole punch, and just get into it. And afterwards, just pop it in your pocket and walk off. You haven't got to play it from the deck and back out again. Especially.
I was going to say, I mean, I don't do cards, but there must be several tricks that need to be rung in.
Yeah,
there are plenty of ways, especially I think probably one of the Marlowe books of how to hold, a reasonably sized packet of cards as if it's one card. So
it hasn't got to be a randomly selected card. It's not that you've got to get one out and switch it or anything.
Yeah.
You just say, hey, let me show you something cool. There's a hole punch over there. Hold that. There's a card. Just right, off you go. Deadlock 61.99 says Brian Robson. Silent treatment is cracking, especially when you don't want to spend £400 for Blake Voigt's version, says Adrian Tridden.
That's a great trick.
Says, haha, I missed the nudity.
It's obviously gone back and paused it though, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Slow-mo. It was Jason. Another 45 minutes, says George.
Get his old manneries.
It was more of a shaking the jelly wobble, wasn't it?
Oh, dear.
Lucky shot.
I'm going to come back in a year like a brick shit house.
Oh god.
Roy Brownlow says lucky shot Deadlock. Laugh out loud. Louise is crying. Pat Page, you can change it. Pat Pages, you can change it.
I could do a padlock comparison, I suppose.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I've still got mine somewhere at home. I'll dig it out somewhere. Andy Tingley says, how much is Deadlock? Oh, we've done that already. Ottar says 100%. 100% use tool instead of the travel gimmick. Yeah, good call. Nick says, who makes Deadlock?
Michael Murray, Mind FX.
Well, he releases it. I don't know if he's actually physically made them, but yeah. Roy says the only red in stock at only red in stock Art Matrix. Yes, we saw it at the Blues. It's strange, isn't it? Everyone wants red gimmicks all the time, but as soon as it comes to Matrix, everyone wants the blue gimmicks. Miles Dunn says, sorry, Mr. Pete Turner part. What was the product? It is the Illusionist How to Read a Mind box set. Peter Burkett says, haha, he is off home now. What was that for?
No idea.
Oh, okay. Jonas says, yay, Jason. Mentalism boxes sets from the Illusionist. That was one Robson. Andy Tingley says, we'll have to watch the edited version of this show again as I have blood coming out of my eyes. Yeah, we did the other day as well. Yeah. Hans says, if Jason continues to take more clothes off, it will be really interesting next week.
It won't be.
Interesting.
It will be interesting because we won't be here. Yeah. Even Bobo's looking away. Timmy Taylor says, sorry I'm late, I'm on call.
Oh, what a time
Watch
to
from the
turn
beginning,
on.
Timmy. Watch from the beginning, mate. Brian Robson, thinking about ordering some dining out as it is. If I do get it, can you do a review for you? Yeah, absolutely, Brian. Yeah. Chris says if Jason starts next week with 3 coats on, we may be safe by the end. Michael Cooley, any update on the deluxe plumes?
Oh, not at the moment.
Yeah, at some point. Can't get to the Derby and Joan Club. Go to PropDog, says Andy Tingley. Any cheap products that you would recommend? We've done that one already. Nick Adcock, who makes it? Not sure what you're talking about there. Nick, it could be anybody. What do you mean? Who makes Jason's lovely body? Or Roy Brownlow says, you've seen Surprise Cinema Alakazam. The principle is very good to use in other routines to force. Okay, Brian says, sorry for the number of ums, guys. Nick Adcock, got a Surprise Cinema. Good, yes. I don't even know what that is.
No, I've no idea.
Say with ums, you'd never know until you've watched it back just how many times you've said It's horrendous.
Need a magnetic penny, Dave? Question mark, says Roy. What's that with? Not sure.
Too many ums, no harm
Good
done.
review, Brian. Says Chris. Hey, Adam says, do you have the small version of the lock? I thought we only had
No, we only got the medium and large because I thought the.
How small is small?
This is the medium, and I thought if it's small,
suitcase size, I guess.
Yeah, I thought that's.
Oh, like a prop, right?
Because I think if you're going to handle, cause it's like a good size to handle. Otherwise, I reckon people's fingers will be.
Yeah, I've got a gimme padlock about the size of that part alone. So yeah.
Yeah, you can get it. But, I mean, if you want a smaller one, then we'll get you a smaller one.
I think that would be fiddly, honestly. Small one. That's all right. That's good.
Right, can you recommend a simple but incredible packet trick? That's by Liam.
Double back.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, double back. Give it a try, Liam. Yeah, again, stand up Monty.
Most of them, I mean.
Yeah,
John Bannon's good.
Ace is good. Quite a few.
NFW.
The Darryl one. What's it called? Well, we've got a few of them.
Jumping Jacks,
Ultra Monty. Right, Charlie says Spectrum, the only one I use. Darryl says Jumping Jacks. Any giveaways, says Ryan. Yeah, we're going to give a few things away in a little while. We're going to give away Pinned Reborn, which is pretty good. We'll give away, what else we give away? What's that? A version of How's That has been opened. We've obviously opened it to show somebody. We'll give that away to somebody. It's only literally just the envelope being opened. We'll give that away. And I'm going to give away a silk as well. A PropDog King of Hearts silk. The reason being, this one is a bit close to the edge. So I'm not happy selling that. It should be an even gap all the way around. I'll have a word with the printing company about that. But yeah, basically we can give that away if anyone wants a playing card silk. We'll do that in a little while. We've got Alex's book corner to come in a minute. And we are running out of time. So no more comments, please, guys. We are running out of time. I make my own packet tricks out of routine ideas, says Roy Brownlow. Andy Tingley, don't forget my invite. I'll be 60 in 3 years. Help. Ottar says, come over to Sweden and we'll have one hell of a 50-10 birthday party firework display.
That does sound good. We're doing it.
Come on.
Who's going to run the shop while we're over there?
Mila.
Did you say you were stocking How to Read Minds? Yes, we've got that in Jersey. Charlie Robson, my mum is 1st of June. Well, there we go. One day, but she's the same age. Brian Robson says, the rain has just started. Can you keep it away for now? I'm not sure what the beginning bit of that is. Is that a sad face or something? If you're setting it off, he could stay in the UK and see it. Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah.
That is good.
Can Deadlock be set to work with different numbers?
It doesn't just work with Dave's birthday.
There you go.
That is not the case.
I meant Jason stripping off again. How about says Peter? And Andrew Vaughan, do you stock the elastic to make a pull? No, just go on to Amazon and just search for sewing elastic. There's loads of them out there. Right, we've caught up with the comments at last, and now we can go over to Alex for Alex's book review. Are you ready,
shorter
Alex?
and shorter every week, isn't it?
Are you ready? Are you ready for your intro? Yeah. Here we go. Alex's book corner intro. Oh, stop. Sorry. Off you go, Alex.
Hello, yes.
Everyone paid for this.
It's book review time.
Sorry,
Adrian.
Yeah. Give him space.
It's Machinations, which obviously doesn't need much introduction because it has been selling like hotcakes already. Adrian bought one straight off the bat when I mentioned it. What it is, it's almost like a kit more than a book, in fact. So back in early 1970s, Martin Gardner was sent a topological paper puzzle by a guy called Gustav from Germany about a puzzle using a piece of paper, and he sent it to Bob Reed or Bob Neale or Robert Neale to ask him if he could solve it. Now Bob Neale said, well, I'm pretty good at inventing puzzles, but I'm absolutely rubbish at solving them, so he couldn't. And in the process of trying to solve it, he came up with the trapdoor card. And the trapdoor card has been published before in 1973 by Carl Fools in a booklet, funnily enough, called The Trapdoor Card. And from there, a lot of people have played with the concept. And if you wanted to know about a trapdoor card very cheaply, you can get it in Carl Fools' Paper Magic book. It's been published before. And since then, so people like David Britland, Terry Rogers made Stargazer, which was 2 trapdoor cards stuck together, which is genius. And Michael Webber, in his book Lifesavers, I think still probably has the best routine for the trapdoor card. In the back of that, it's called A Better Mousetrap. The book's out of print. I don't know where you can get a copy of it, but otherwise, so you can't get it. So otherwise, you are left really with what is a brilliant book of Ben Harris, who has taken the trapdoor card, explored all the possibilities, more than Bob did. Michael Webber only had one routine from it. He's a very creative guy, but he only did the one routine. I think decided probably chooses to choose Stargazers as similar plots to Terry Rogers' Stargazer. Not sure when that was published, but you should be able to get hold of it anyway in an old booklet. And the trapdoor card is basically a way of you give someone a card with a hole in it. Where is that card with a hole in it? Or it could be a card. I think Bob actually did it with a close-up mat at one point. He had a close-up mat with 2 pictures on either side. Yep, so you have that.
It's one you made earlier?
Yeah, so basically this is one I've just ripped out. So very impromptu style trick. And what it is, you keep hold of this bit and you can fold this card so that it ends up like that.
Yes, it's all made
but without the spectator releasing their grip. Sounds very simple. It is a topological puzzle, but in the way of power, I still sometimes think, yeah, but why isn't it twisted in some way? I still don't know. I can do it, obviously. It's very easy to do. You just need an opposable thumb. But it's still remarkable that it works. I still don't understand how it does work. And the idea is that basically Machinations, you get different templates, so you can have different things of someone passing through the door. That could be the inside of a house, that could be the outside of the house, and how they look through it. Lots of wonderful plots. If I can show the book, it'll teach you all the way through it, how to fold it. There's different ideas, different images. Bob Neale had one with Dracula in a coffin, and you flip it over and he's out of the coffin and you've released him. Obviously upside down, and
do you want to go zoom in on this?
Upside down would be a good...
So we'll do a quick zoom on this guy so you can have a quick look at the...
Yeah, so you could have the upside and the upside, you see what I mean? You've got part 4 where it gets slightly more complicated. You have to make things from templates, all the different topological puzzles. And see, where's the Houdini one? There's a little picture of there's Houdini, so you can have Houdini escaping from his chains. I'm always using a simple topological puzzle. It's surprisingly powerful if you cover it up so they can't see what you've done. It's really hard to fathom out how it works. Like I say, I still don't understand how the card doesn't end up twisted. And in the back you have the template says upside, template says download links, there's some already here. So you get a kit, and we've got refills for these coming. So it's more of it's a trick, it's a book, it's a kit. Lots of nice little plots, and hopefully I think probably you'll see that the people who've bought it or have already emailed and commented last week just how good it is as a trick. It's dead easy. You take it anywhere. Like I say, if you're really stuck, impromptu, you can do that, and you can say I don't know what your card is and reveal the card, or you can write upside, downside on a card, so you can virtually carry it in your pocket. Anyway, so absolutely super. So because of that, I started getting into a bit of Bob Neale. So Bob Neale, have I got to speed up?
Yeah, no, go on, you're right.
Okay, so Bob Neale, he's been around. So 1973 he was doing this. He hangs out with Max Maven, Eugene Berger, Lawrence Hess, all of those kind of people, and he's really influenced them. In fact, Ben Hart, he quotes him as an influence on him. So he's a very important guy actually in the world of magic, but he's not a magician, and he'll tell you that. He's more of a storyteller. And so I got in Magic Matters, which is his collection of tricks and essays, and it's a bit bonkers. The guy, it's a book, I reckon if if the Beatles, whilst they were writing "I Am the Walrus," ever put pen to paper and tried to describe some magic tricks, this would what they end up with. The guy is off his trolley in many ways. So he's got card tricks. There are lots in here. There's probably about 50, 60 tricks in there, I would have thought. A lot of them are quite easy to do. Self-working, semi-automatic, and the tricks. I'm not actually that keen on the tricks themselves, but the story. I'll show you the book. You've got the pen, the camera, Dave.
Yeah.
So what he does is, for him, it's more about the story. It's creating this world and this story. So a lot of the book is simply scripts. There's actually doesn't. Yeah. So there'll be more of a script there. So he's more keen. What he does is actually build a story around the trick, and that is what makes the tricks so good and so powerful. Not the methods. It's how he. And honestly, he's off his trolley. So you've got Forrest Gump at the pearly gates. You've got one about waterboarding. You've got gods gambling with someone's life. Honestly, I mean, I would get it just for the scripts. And the essays are a little bit bonkers. You have to read them 2 or 3 times to understand what he's going on about. A lot of stuff about teddy bears and 3 mothers of magic, which is absolutely fascinating. So it's a really good fun read. You can I'd nick the scripts, probably replace the tricks, but I'm loving it. It's a confusing, wonderful world of books. And I think, as Max Maven said on the back, which I wish I'd read earlier, says, if this book doesn't tickle you, you're not feeling. If this book doesn't annoy you, you're not thinking. If this book doesn't inspire you, you're not breathing. And I think that pretty much sums it up. So
Awesome. Right. Okay. I was going to show a Man vs. Fly, but we'll do that next week. I think we're running right out of time. So yeah, thanks for that, Alex. And just very quickly, what are the prices on the books if someone is interested in buying them?
25-ish and 40-ish, I think. I can't remember. Something like
Roughly. Have a look on the website.
Another
Yeah, roughly
vanishing
about that. Yeah. Okay.
that. It's another
Right.
vanishing ink. Yeah, so good.
So a couple of finish off the comments. No more comments, guys, for now, and then we'll do some giveaways, and then we will say goodbye for the week. So Roy says, was Arnold Schwarzenegger in the shop earlier? Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's a bit white at the moment.
This is
but
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
a scene from Pumping Iron, isn't it? This
Absolutely,
is
yeah.
exactly what this is.
Jackie Paolo says Nick Alcott. Machinations, brilliant book.
There you go.
Says Kevin Peel. Maybe next week Jason should be in a straight jacket. Good call. Yeah, with a gag on as well, and a bag over his head just in case.
This is just bullying now.
Adrian Tudor says Machinations is superb. I carry upside in my wallet now. There you go. Right.
you go.
Okay.
It's fun.
So let's do some giveaways. What should we do first? Well, let's get rid of a silk because not everyone's going to want a silk, okay? But if you do want a King of Hearts playing card silk that is a little bit close to the edge, and I mean really, really close to the edge, if you do want one of these, they retail, well, when it's properly printed, they're $29.99 each. I think they're quite a bit of expensive, but but yeah, if anyone wants a playing card silk, just type in the word silk on the comments, and we'll just scroll up and down and randomly pick somebody who wants that. So yeah, let's see who wants a silk. We'll give it like 10-15 seconds or so because we are running out of time and very
While
much
we're
aware
waiting,
Perfectly worth it.
time is money.
While we're waiting, I've just seen on the email that we've had 2 people leave reviews for products. One,
Oh, good,
one is a
thank you, guys.
1-star for Egyptian ink, which
Thank you.
warranted.
No.
And the other's a 5-star for the solution by Michael Murray.
Hey.
Okay,
So-
brilliant. Well, there you go. Thank you guys.
Is the
Appreciate
Egyptian
that.
ink on the board?
So we're right. Okay.
no.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, no more comments for silks, guys. We'll just wait till they stop on
Look
here,
how
and then we'll
many people
quickly
want
go
silk.
and do it. So, right, I think we should go across to the mini cam so people can see what's going to go on, or the iCam. We'll call it an iCam. Right, there we go. So, say hello, Bobo. Who's that?
Oh.
Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Yeah. Hello. Right. Okay.
Can I
So,
just say, I
guys.
forgot to mention something. It's not all card tricks, by the way. It's not all card tricks. So he's got the die box, mirror penetration, lots of other stuff in there. So there's a lot of card tricks, but a lot of the other stuff is props that you probably already own, and you just want a nutty presentation. Let's go.
No problem. Right, so we're going to go across to the screen, and I think actually what I can do with this, if I just go boom, we should be able to. Oh no, it's locked. Hang on 1 second, guys. There you go. Right, so you can see us and you can see the screen at the same time. Does someone want to hold that there? Jason, do you want to hold that there?
Yep.
Right, just so you can see, this is so you can see we are going to be looking away as you do it. So just see there, just do it so the thing's in the middle of the screen. So you want to, no, just come back to about there, that's fine.
Oh, I see, right.
Okay,
yeah,
there we go. Right, okay, so I'm going to basically scroll up and down through the comments like this. So these are all the people that wants a silk. You can see that. It's going to find out where it starts to about, ooh, wow, there's a lot of people on that silk. Right, okay, so we're going to start there and we're going to go all the way down to the bottom and then we're going to scroll up again and we're going to go back and forward like that for a few times. I'm going to look away and Alex, I want you to count down from 5 to 1. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
There. Right, who we zoomed in on? So where the mouse is there. So Stephen Blair or Michael Cooley. All right in the middle, isn't it? Right. I tell you what, we have another silk as well. That's pretty close. We'll give one to each. I'm going to say what the hell. So Stephen and Michael, you're both going to get a silk. So do you want to write that down? As it's right in the middle there. Shouldn't be that close in the middle, but there we go.
On the silk.
Yeah, not the silk. Yeah. So Stephen Blair, Michael Cooley.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, okay, so the next thing we are going to give away, guys, is going to be How's That? Now, as I said, this is How's That? Now, don't worry about the packaging. All it is we've opened the packaging for whatever reason to show somebody, or it's been open. But
I think it might have been to take some photos.
Yeah, everything is in there, but while we were talking, well, actually doing the book review, I found another one, which is also the same. So we're going to give away 2 How's That's to people. Yeah, again, everything is in it. For whatever reason, that one's open. I think we were going to do some photographs that was open, and then later on somebody opened another one to get the photographs after we did it. But either way, we have 2 How's That's to give away. So if you want a How's That, just write the word How's That into the comments, and we're going to choose 2 people to choose or who are going to win a How's That. So go for it, guys. While we're doing it, Jason's going to sing a song.
How's that? How's that? How's that? How's that? How's that? How's that?
Okay, fine. How many How's That's we got coming up?
No one wants it.
Get to see the shop while we're waiting for the How's That's to come in.
Oh, they haven't shown the table.
Alex.
Oh yeah. So Alex has done a nice little display here. We've got some new
With Miele's help. With Miele's help.
yeah,
in case
actually
he's
2
watching.
coffee tables there. 2 coffee tables put together to create a nice little display there. Look, so we've got some extra bits and bobs there. Yeah, Alex has been a busy boy. See the rest of the shop. There's a camera you can all see us on. There's Bobo's cage, and I think that's enough time.
Clones back in stock.
Clone back in stock. Okay, go on quick. Zoom.
Full Penn and Teller.
There you go. Clone. Right. Okay. Let's go back to the screen, and let's. Right. So no more comments for How's That? Do you want to hold the camera again, Jason?
Yep.
That's it. Make sure they can all see that area there. So they can see we are being honest and that I am looking away and I'm not having any influence on this. And again, it's going to be where the cursor is, but it's going to be the first above and below the cursor are both going to get one. Okay, so we're going to go all the way down to see how far we got. Quite a lot.
This is where the cursor's going to land directly.
Oh wow, there's a lot of people want How's That. It is a great effect. By the way, guys, don't keep putting How's That in lots of times. If you put it in loads of times, like Geordie, I'm afraid. Yeah, that is outrageous, Geordie. So, Geordie, unfortunately, you are not going to be working with How's That.
I kind of like his style.
Yeah, but
you almost didn't
notice. Out of
notice.
order, isn't it? Yeah, so it's about 30 ones there.
Geordie, that is just not cricket.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Good effort.
So,
good effort.
We're at the top over there. So, Geordie, I'm sorry, buddy, but the only one I will take of Geordie's, if it's the very last one that Geordie did, then I will accept that one, and that's the only one. Okay, so here we go.
I think I have written milk.
So
Just put milk on there.
Right, are you ready, Alex? So I'm going to look away and go for it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop the cursor.
It's
Geordie!
Right, okay, go again. Go again. Right.
Geordie.
Count again, Alex. Count
5,
again.
4, 3, 2, 1. Stop the cursor.
Right, smack on Liam Barden. And oh god, we don't know who's above or below now, do we?
Do it again. Whiz it
Well,
through.
didn't Stephen Blair get the silk?
That's a
So-
good call. Yeah, Stephen got the silk, so let's go with Mark Sykes then. So Mark Sykes and Liam, both of you are getting a copy of How's That? So apologies for that. Don't worry, everything is there. It's still unused. It's brand new, and that is going to be yours over there. Right. So you got this written down?
Is your camera?
Yeah.
Liam Barden and Mark Sykes. So next one we're going to give away is pinned. So if you want a copy of a pinned, brand new, not a
Very
demo one.
nice
Where are we?
trick.
There we are.
Very good.
They are pinned. We demoed this in a live a few weeks ago, which is also very good. So if you want pinned, please do, just write down pinned. I'll give you another 30 seconds or so. While we're doing that, you can have another little zoom in of Bobo there. Look.
Bobby.
Bobo. Who's that? Who's that on the camera? Who's that? Gonna do a high five? High five? High five? Yeah!
Oh.
Good bird! Yeah, good bird, Bobo. There you go. Right, what's the time? Well, another 10-15 seconds yet. Once we've done pinned, we're going to do another one as well.
Is that whiskey?
We're going to do another X demo thing as well.
Oh yeah, can I just say thank you to Rob Jane.
Well, yeah, of course, I've completely forgot.
Rob,
So
if you are
Rob Jane,
watching.
if you are watching, thank you so much for your gift, Rob. That was incredibly generous of you, and it will be enjoyed. Trust me, it will be enjoyed by all of us.
Yes,
There we
it
go.
will.
Right, are we ready? So no more comments, guys, for pinned. Now let me see where this all starts, so I know roughly how far to go up and down. And guys, again, one comment only, please. Don't keep putting it up and down like Geordie did. So how's that? Lots of how's that.
Has Geordie done it again?
How's that? Pin, there we go, that's where pin starts. Right, so pin goes all the way down to where I got to judge this. Okay, not as many as how's that. Right. Listen to that rain outside, that's horrendous. Right, are you ready? And go for it, Alex.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop scrolling.
Amber, well done, Amber. So, you've won yourself a copy of Pinned.
Congratulations.
We'll get it in the post to you on Monday morning, along the rest of the stuff.
Amber,
and one
Amber,
more
Amber
thing,
Williams.
Amber Williams. One last thing, we are going to give away, one more thing. We're going to give away a copy of Flat Pack. It's basically a demo version of Flat Pack. Everything you need is in there. Is it red? Yeah, it's red in there. So we're going to give away a copy of Flat Pack by Jason Knowles. It's a demo version. It's been used probably 3 or 4 times in the shop, and that is it. So if anyone wants a copy of that, just put in Flat Pack, and that will be the last giveaway today. We'll do more giveaways next week. We've got other stuff to give away as well. But yeah, time is running on. It is now officially the longest PropDog Live we've ever done.
Bobo's doing the
So
trapdoor
while you're all
card.
typing in Flat Pack, I'll give you 30 seconds. You can all enjoy Bobo destroying a card. Go for it, Bobo. Go for it.
Trapdoor card, Bobo. Trapdoor card. Go and get it. Get it.
Well,
She's
this is-
savouring that one bit in her mouth. Look.
She is.
There we go.
This is like wildlife on one.
Oh, this is the last copy
look,
of
see what else
Machinations
is
we've
behind
got.
us.
Isn't it?
Oh, let's get more in. What have we got on the shelf?
Hey, there she goes.
Oh, hello.
She's gonna do it. She's gonna do it.
Oh, she's going through the door, through the keyhole.
This is how
Go on,
easy.
Bobo.
This is how easy trapdoor is.
Imagine if she'd done
Lost
it.
interest. Right, okay, guys, that's enough time for Flat Pack. So, Jason, one more time. So, if you want Flat Pack, do leave a comment for it, and we're going to be going through it in a few seconds. Let me just find out where it starts from. It's going to cost us a fortune on postage, all this stuff over here. There we go. Right, are you ready, Alex?
I am.
And let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop.
Finley.
Oh.
Oh, well, very deserved, I think, for
Yeah,
his
yeah.
victory today.
Finley's won something before, so there we go. It pays to be a regular. There we go. Right.
does.
So let me go back
Well,
to
it made me
the
a bit
main
of
cam.
money,
Right.
so
So
yeah,
we had
I'm
other
quite
stuff
happy.
to talk about, guys, but to think we were struggling to do half an hour when the show first started, and now look at us, we've done an hour and 15 minutes, and we still got other stuff we could talk about, but we're going to leave that for next week. So thank you all for joining us again. Thank you, Bobo, for destroying pens and cards, and have a great weekend, and we will see you all bright and early,
Late and tired.
next Friday, and
Next
don't
week.
worry, Jason will be closed. I promise you that. Closed.
Closed? I'll be closed, probably.
No,
His
no.
mind will be closed. He will
Not
be closed.
just Jason.
Yes.
All of us.
All of us will be closed.
Oh. All right. I
God,
thought we were going to
no.
swap around. Okay, never mind.
Oh.
Right. Oh well. Have a good weekend, guys, and enjoy the rain.
Bye.